Good morning, people. It is Tuesday, the 7th of...
Wait a minute. Can you see anything here?
I couldn't see the intro. When it was playing, I couldn't see it.
Can't see it.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh my gosh, I was just thinking that.
Okay, how about now?
Great minds.
Putting up the clips that will make us get there quicker.
You're too busy trying to do propaganda. Anyway. You're using your skills in places where you're not meant to be. But good morning, people. It is Tuesday, the 7th of November. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And you guys know we are hosted by the best people. Let's introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation, Big Marsh from the east side of the bridge. Morning, people.
Good morning. I am your favorite shade queen and always will be my own royalty.
Good morning, people. My name is Richie S. Johnson. Yeah,
Full name.
yeah, today. Full
How's
name,
that for
man.
you?
There's a couple more in there though. To be fair, there's about
16.
You're dumb. Close though.
Augusta, predominant,
There's,
longshoreman.
now you're just making it up. There's like 4 to 5 more in there. Yeah.
Can you give it to us or are you going to...
No. We're not
Drip
doing
feed
that.
us.
We're not doing.
No?
We're not doing that. People start calling me by them names and all that. Dana. In the
That
middle
would
of the
cheek. Do people
road.
do that? Like, if people don't know that, that's... Actually, yeah, people do. People do that. As in, like, they call you by a name that you haven't introduced yourself to them as.
I remember what's it called. Yusuf said he mentioned the name on here once before, and people started calling him by that name.
Why would you do that? That's so rude.
I'm not.
I would air
exactly.
you. 'Cause I don't know who you're talking to.
What's that point? Like, I'm not falling into that category.
Is that when I first meet someone, they're like, okay, yes. I'm like,
Oh, I didn't know we were that close.
we're not. So, Esther, it is. Thank you very much.
Yeah, see all the corrections and all that.
Nah, man, that's cheeky, man. Well, how's everyone today? Brent, how are you over there?
I'm good, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm highly favoured and blessed.
Amen and amen.
You know, I subscribe to like newsletters and stuff. Like people write. I love people that write and stuff like that. So I subscribe to like newsletters, not newsletters, but people that write essays. That's it. Essays, poetry, that kind of stuff. I enjoy reading them. I saw one the other day talking about you're not blessed and highly favored. You're just lucky. I said, oh,
Well, that wasn't aimed at you though.
it worked, but I took it personally. man.
I had to.
I took it personally.
Okay, cool.
'Cause I was like, hey, girl, that's your experience.
Was that a girl or a guy saying that?
It was a woman, and she actually it was the whole letter was actually about how luck and basically she'd been in the wrong type of Christian church and whatever else, and so I guess it's turned her cold and whatnot. And I was just like, baby girl,
The wrong Christian church.
yeah, wrong Christian church. There's a lot of cults out there. People are not.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that, but that's
So it's that kind of vibe. So you know what I mean? So she's had bad experience with church and
Okay.
got church hurt and whatever else.
Yeah.
And then now she's telling me I'm not highly favored and blessed. So always speak for yourself. You're running on luck. That's good. I love that for you. But I am running on Jesus's.
Yeah, I don't believe in luck. I always say it. Man.
I'm not a luck person.
Luck's an excuse thing. It's either it's gonna happen and it's not for me personally.
Yeah.
But you know, each of their own. If you want to say the rubber, the green. When we talk about football,
Yeah.
you say luck just for reference. But you know, yeah.
Yeah, it's not really my vibe. How are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah, love that.
Why don't you think Emmanuel would have ups?
Okay, well,
I don't think he's got. I just don't think he's got ups.
Is it because he carries himself well?
Yeah, he doesn't come across. Okay, the way some people look at me and they say, "Oh, like I didn't think you were like that," or you know this one, or you've been through X, Y, Z. I don't look at him the same type of way, if that makes sense. So or if anyone says ops, I'm like, really?
Or people actually look at you and say that you don't look like someone who's
No,
been
when-
through
have
okay,
I told you that?
Yeah,
Or did I think I did tell you, didn't
a
I?
few people said that to me. That's
Yeah.
not the first time
What
I've heard.
have you told him?
So I listened to Free Shots, and so the stories I used to hear about Rich.
Stories. I haven't heard any.
Well, I bet you. It's alright. Don't worry about it. It's not even. I said I haven't heard. This time he's here in the room, live. How many years?
I know.
All right, don't use me. I'm walking in light. So, so I've heard stories about Rich and whatnot. But when first time I actually encountered you was at the Royal Albert Hall after party.
Oh, okay.
I think you was at the door,
Yeah.
helping him out or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is like a very lovely, pleasant man. I said, okay, well that's fine. But then obviously when I've come to know you from TD and stuff like that, I'm like, wholesome, lovely Nigerian man. What are we doing here? But yeah,
Is that the same thing you said with Mugs?
No.
I just does a little razzle dazzle.
Did you say quote? Did you just put quotes in there?
What, Nigerian man, yeah, you need air quotes.
This guy's foolish.
But
For Rich, come on, man. Like,
No, but better air quotes
man.
for Nigerian than wholesome.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
There you have it.
thank you, Esther. Thank
See,
you, Esther.
how
But
helpful.
look, my thing is this, though. Again, obviously, I carry myself a certain way. So when I see Emmanuel, he carries himself a certain way. I just don't, so I understand from that point of view. That's why I don't
No, but you
believe-
laughed heartily. You laughed from your soul.
Because I don't know how he... Okay, when
fair, it was a
you
Brent
can
laugh.
be from somewhere, but that doesn't mean that when you were younger, you were actually doing stuff to represent that area. Does that make sense? And I don't know...
He's saying he's fake.
No, I don't know. I
gonna clip
don't...
this up.
Say it again?
I'm gonna clip it up.
This is the problem. This is why we're not.
I know, but remember, I don't know what his history or his past is like. You just said where he's from. I don't know what he was doing when he was younger. So when you say ops,
He was like you, man.
oh, no one was like me, bro.
Period. You better talk your shit.
No one was like me, bro. No, I just don't.
Said there'll never be another like me.
If you show me someone and I know them to be a certain way and I hear they got ops and I'm like, okay, cool, I can see that, but I just don't see it. Innit?
It's so interesting that you say that because how you clean up like sometimes, butter wouldn't melt, man.
No, but I'm a good youth.
We're trying to say I'm not. This guy's an idiot, man. This guy's
Yeah.
just too early for this foolishness.
I'm just saying, I'm a good youth. I'm a good youth from
Morning.
from a bad place. You know what I'm trying to say?
It's funny. Every time you say this, it gets in a different remix.
Pure different remix.
But you
isn't
know
it?
what's funny? He always is consistent that he's a good youth.
This is it.
Yeah, no, I'm a good youth. Rich is a bad youth.
You make it sound like you make it sound like after God made you a good you, he said, "No, I'm done with everyone else."
This is
Yeah, I'm
it.
the only one.
This
That
is
was my
it.
last
That was
one.
my last one. I ain't got no more in the bank. Like, no, brother, no. I'm good people's, man. I'm good people's.
So how long you guys known each other for? You and Marks?
Too long.
So about 30 years or something, maybe
Yeah.
more.
That's crazy.
That's a long time. We were speaking about this the other day when we were at was it not Bobby's birthday? It was Bobby's
The art show.
the art show.
The
Yeah,
gallery.
we were speaking about this.
Do you remember how you met?
Just on the States, maybe.
Yeah, on the
That's
stage.
lit, man.
He gave him an order.
I don't take orders from nobody. Mars can't take one person that's giving me an order. He can't take one person that's giving me an order. So, do you know what I mean? We'll keep that in mind. Orders. Yeah, it's a long time though, man. That's when you gotta like. Obviously, he's going places in his life. I'm going places in my life, but I was talking about this the other day. It was like it's important now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can't. It's too long to play it down or just
Yeah.
ignore it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
If it was like 2 years, couple years, it's different.
Yeah.
But not that long. So yeah.
We're lucky to have a friendship group that we've known each other for.
100%.
Oh, you guys' friendship was like that?
Yeah,
There's a
we,
few
remember
of
we
us.
was talking
Sweet.
about that. There was like 5,
Yeah.
6 of us there. We've known
Yeah.
each other for forever. We're
Real life.
still brothers now. Like
Yeah.
we're
That's lit.
friends. We've watched each other grow up. You get me?
That's so lit.
So there's a few
And there's
of
probably a
us,
few more that was missing as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
there's a
No,
few
we've
more.
known each other for we've got friends. I've got friends that I could call my friends. Like I've known them forever. You get me?
That's
like
sweet.
for as long as I can remember. I couldn't tell you how I met them. I've
That's
just
so
I've just
wholesome,
known
man.
them.
It's easy for men to do that than women, though, eh?
100%.
Because gal don't know how to keep friends. They just
Yeah,
want to argue.
yeah, argue over
You
man.
didn't give me my dress back. You know, like
Go,
look at-
get 'em.
Go on.
You know what's killing me? You lot are, all of you are mugs.
Oh, are we wrong?
All of you are mugs. No, because I was going to agree with you.
Okay,
But you
okay,
just give me a
okay.
chance. You're like, yeah, because but you're right. Women lose friends like flies. And I think it's bad.
I never understand
I
that,
think it's
man.
horrible.
I never
Do
understand
you know what
that.
it is? I don't get it. Because my friendships, like I like low maintenance friendships. So even like one of my friends I met the other day, I mean, he's a guy, but I was like, I've known you for 11 years and I haven't seen him in a couple of years.
See?
But do you mean, when I met him, it was literally as if we just carried on from where we last left off. And my female friends that I don't see often, it's like that because I've met 2 of them recently as well that I haven't seen in over a year. And when we met up, it was like literally we just, from the last conversation we had, we just carried on, caught up about life, that kind of stuff. I don't know why it is that women lose friends like that. But I feel like if you lose friends like that, it speaks to who
telling.
you are. It's telling.
But not everybody's wired like that. I don't think it's just women that do that stuff. There's men that
No, but
like,
Marks, women's
no,
is
there's
ridiculous.
people
though.
that would think I can't explain it like the friendship is diminished because they haven't seen each other for a while. There's some people who
Yeah, that's
there's some
fair.
people who get like that.
That
You know what I'm
they're
trying to say?
growing apart and stuff
There's
like
not
that.
everybody that can meet up and not skip a beat. There's some people that hold it
Yeah,
against you.
that's true.
That the relationship hasn't been like how it is. Because while your relationship hasn't been like that, you've been maintaining relationships or maybe made new relationships.
Yeah, that's true. That's
There's
true.
people that you speak to all the time and it's
Yeah.
not them, and they kind of hold that against you or resent you for it. Because I've
This is where I walk
experienced
away
that.
from. Because I feel like the older you get, life happens to people. People go through different things in life. So
100%.
for me, if I don't see you in a while, I don't have time for you to hold that against me. Because all my friends, I might not see them often, but if I speak to my friend and they tell me something's happened, that day or the next morning, I am at your house with a care package. I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. Do you get what I mean? So that I like people to know that that's the kind of friendship I have. But there's a lot of women who literally you can be her friend for 10 solid years. You've been there through everything. You miss one birthday dinner.
Shit on you.
One damn birthday dinner. And that's just questioning the whole friendship.
I'm just
fucking for real.
my thing is like, even if it doesn't matter how long I haven't seen you for, I don't punish people for nothing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if the last time I saw you we was cool, and since then nothing good ain't happened, nothing bad ain't happened, it's just we just ain't seen each other.
We're cool.
But next time we see you, we're cool. You know what I'm trying to say? I can't punish
That's
you for
what you
nothing.
mean.
Like, you ain't done nothing to me wrong. Last time we saw each other, we were
were
blessed.
cool.
So we shall be blessed now. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because life happens to everybody. It's not my place to talk about where you've been or why haven't you this or why haven't you that. The same way they haven't, you haven't.
You haven't.
I hate when people do that to me.
Oh.
Oh, you haven't shouted me and so.
My
You
no
haven't
friend
shouted
wants
me.
you.
Yeah, there's people
Same
out
way,
there.
like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you gotta hold
Don't even get my
hold
damn
me to
nerve.
the same standards as yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's
Just
not like
get
you've
my
been,
damn
because if you've been
nerve.
there trying to run me down and trying to
This is
maintain
it,
a
I
relationship, and
understand
I've been
that.
swerving, that's fine. That's totally fine, isn't it?
100%.
But if we've been doing the same shit, both been getting on with our life, what are you doing? Let's just pick up where
Let's
we
stop
left off
this,
from.
man. Yeah. I'm of the same mindset. I just think people go through stuff. People have seasons, and I feel like even with friendships, like sometimes there's friends you haven't seen for a while, and then you have like maybe like the next year, you guys are together all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. But if you're gonna be someone but I do think it's people's attachment styles as well, though. Some people have like, you have to be. Oh, that's sweet.
That was an old picture. Where'd you find that?
Very.
Fucking hell.
In the archives.
That is an old
Where's-
picture.
archives.
Like, I was vessing when vessing was vessing.
I mean, you still vesting. It's just cold at the minute.
Yeah. See, that was one of the stories I heard about you.
He love a
Yeah, you
vest.
love the vest.
He
I
love
it,
a
I
vest.
it.
Love the vest with
you know what it
boots.
is? I'm a naked done at heart, man.
You know what's funny? I can't remember where this is from.
I remember this from. This is from Bank. We were in St. Paul's Bank.
So where's this picture? Like,
Do you know what's kidding me? Where were you guys? Because
Everest sent this picture. Like, where did he get it from?
Who sent it?
Everest, somebody in the community.
Where
Where
is
did
it?
he get it from?
Oh.
every one of you guys is friends.
I don't know who
I
Everest
don't know
is.
who Everest is.
Is it not in the public sphere, his picture?
I don't
It's not
think
in my
so.
public
It
sphere.
might, it might be on mine. It
What
might be on
What the
mine.
hell?
Nah, it might,
Basically, Everest.
it might be on mine's, but it might be on mine's.
Yeah, Everest DM Mugs. Mugs didn't have this picture.
That's
If
crazy.
you could send it to him,
Yeah,
please, that'd be
that
great.
picture's old still, man.
But you know what I'm trying to figure out though? Where were you guys? You three of you are dressed for different
No, it
events.
is. No. In all honesty, I'll be honest. I'll be
It's
honest.
just like
I
going
had
to a
a
barbecue.
No, I had a cardigan on. I took
Man's
it off.
got a dress shirt, man's got a casual shirt and a vest.
It's giving barbecue. What's it called? A club essential.
I want to know what the girls was wearing in that dance.
I
Look
was
at
like,
her.
oh no,
No,
you know there was
no.
a time when girls wear like pencil skirts.
I think it was
Just in blazers.
Everything in
No,
there.
Rob was having something there. Don't you remember? It was me, you, and Bobby went, and we were in St. Paul's. I remember me, you, and Bobby went. We were in St. Paul's, and I had a cardigan, and I got hot. And I had to take it off, and all I had underneath was no t-shirt, obviously the vest. So I was just vesting.
You had a cardigan on with a vest, with a singlet. That's not even a vest, it's a singlet.
I mean, it's a vest to me, but yeah, call it what you want. Like it
That's so
just got hot in there, so I had to
Take
Take
off
it
all
off.
your clothes.
Yeah, had to back you off.
Take off all your
Yeah, like
clothes.
literally. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's old, man. That's like probably 10 years old. That picture there. Where did he get that from? For real, it has to be from
Yeah,
my Instagram.
Everest.
Man, just send it in, you know. Okay, I hear you.
That's interesting.
Marv
Handsome
looking all,
men, though,
Marv
man.
looking all
I know,
serious.
right?
With that. We say, we say.
Handsome men.
Some men, man.
Our mother's done well, man. Our mother's done well.
How's that for you guys? Okay, well, big up all the good friends out there. Let's get into our first headlines. Of course, big up the researchers as well. Always big up the researchers. And big up Brother E-Man. He looks out for me. He knew I didn't want to read essays today, so I appreciate you, King. All right, so the first one, trigger warning on this. Sorry, guys. It's about the UN chief talking about Gaza becoming a graveyard for children. So, yeah. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres said on Monday that the protection of civilians must be paramount in the conflict between Israel and Palestinian militants Hamas, warning that the Gaza Strip was becoming a graveyard for children. We must act now to find a way out of this brutal, awful, agonizing dead end of destruction. Guterres told reporters and again called for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire. Israel has vowed to wipe out Hamas, which rules the Gaza Strip after the militants killed 1,400 people and took more than 240 hostages in an October the 7th attack. Israel has struck Gaza from the air, imposed a siege, and launched a ground invasion. Palestinian health authorities said the death toll in Gaza exceeds 10,000. Guterres said Gaza is becoming a graveyard for children. Hundreds of girls and boys are reportedly being killed or injured every day. He said clear violations of international humanitarian law were being committed. He said the UN needs $1.2 billion to help deliver aid to 2.7 million people in Gaza and the West Bank. Ground operations by the Israel Defense Forces and continued bombardment are hitting civilians, hospitals, refugee camps, mosques, churches, and UN facilities, including shelters. No one is safe, Guterres was telling the reporters. Guterres said 89 people working with the UN Palestinian Refugee Agency had been killed in Gaza, which he described as the highest toll for UN aid workers, higher than in any comparable period in the history of our organisation.
So don't the UN say anything when their aid workers get killed?
As in, say what? Like release a statement?
I mean, like, ain't they mad? Or are they still like impartial?
They're mad, but I guess what can they do?
They don't want to show how mad they are.
All they
Has the
can do is
ground
say-
defences started then? Have they actually gone in there now?
No,
Oh, it hasn't?
I don't think so.
But they said that though.
Is it?
They said, well, I'm sure that's what she
They've
said.
actually gone in on foot?
No, this is
Israel has struck Gaza from air, imposed a siege and launched a ground invasion.
yeah.
Okay. This is interesting.
Is it?
I didn't know. I didn't realise. We didn't check in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's in our headlines.
Yeah.
But he didn't know about it, innit?
No, I didn't know about it. I thought they were still just carpet bombing.
Boy, it's crazy, man.
Maybe they're just going in from where their border.
Yeah, because actually
Okay.
there was a journalist that was watching, and he basically said how right now to get into the Gaza Strip or whatnot, there's Israeli militants there, and they're just shooting people down. So you can't. Yeah,
Just
so
like
it's
that.
like they blocked. So they blocked it where you actually cannot get in. They're not allowing anybody in, and they're shooting people down. I feel like the number we know is not really the number. The number we know is it's like a summary. But I feel like on a ground level, there are killings happening that
100%.
No,
'Cause
but
he
what
said
they're
his mum told him
saying,
to sit
they're
down.
saying that the Palestinian health organization that's releasing the numbers is controlled by Hamas. So they're saying that it's probably inflated. They're saying that you can't trust those numbers.
Well, it could be inflated, or it could be the ones that they haven't. Well, there's holes of rubble. They haven't found a lot yet.
So you're saying
It
the
could be
numbers
under
could be
50.
lower.
It could even be higher than what it is they're stating. It could be higher than what they're stating.
That's true.
Yeah, because they're claiming it's what they've actually found.
and they haven't found.
But
And they
haven't
keep
found
finding
everything
people on
yet
the
because they
rubble.
haven't started going on the rubble yet.
Stuff like that is incredible for me. Like when they find people alive
Yeah,
under
just
all this
buried
dirt.
for time, days, and all that.
It's crazy. It's a miracle, but
Was it Allah Akbar?
yeah, that's the thingy. Like praise.
Yeah. Praise be to God.
Praise be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Crazy, man.
Stuff like that, man.
All right. Well, next headline is about the guy that I am now denying, Boris Johnson. So, Boris Johnson referred to the Treasury as the pro-death squad during a meeting to discuss lifting lockdown restrictions in January 2021, the COVID inquiry has heard. The phrase appears in a diary entry written by the then Chief Scientific Advisor, Sir Patrick Vallance. Mr. Johnson is expected to appear before the inquiry next month. Dermot Keating, counsel to the inquiry, read from the private diaries of Sir Patrick Vallance, extracts of which have been released before he gives evidence later this month. By the end of January 2021, officials were debating how quickly to ease lockdown rules and move regions of England out of a series of staggered tiers, each with lighter restrictions. There is an entry at a meeting on 25th January 2021. The Prime Minister is recording saying he wants Tier 3 by 1st of March, Tier 2 by 1st of April, Tier 1 by 1st of May, and nothing by September, said Mr. Keating. And he ends it by saying the team must bring in the pro-deaf squad from the HM Treasury. And our last headline in this little section, the Metropolitan Police has urged the organisers of pro-Palestinian demonstrations to postpone events due to take place on Armistice weekend. Thousands are expected. Was it?
So Armistice or something like that.
Armistice, yeah, weekend. So that's this weekend. Thousands are expected to take part in a march in London on the 11th of November, the same day some remembrance events are planned in the capital. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has previously called the timing of planned protests disrespectful. Organisers had said they would avoid the area where the cenotaph is located, but the Met warned of a growing risk of violence and disorder fueled by breakaway groups linked to the protests. Deputy Assistant Commissioner Ade Adelekan said this is of concern ahead of a significant and busy weekend in the capital. Our message to organisers is clear. Please, we ask you to urgently reconsider. It is not appropriate to hold any protests in London this weekend. A statement from the force said it had spoken with organisers on Monday from several groups and that they had declined to postpone any demonstrations. The route for the pro-Palestinian march on Saturday runs from Hyde Park to the US Embassy in South London. It does not pass through in Whitehall. No large demonstration is planned for Remembrance Sunday. Organisers have pointed out that Saturday march is due to begin almost 2 hours after the national 2-minute silence of commemoration.
These people are sick. They're making up such a fuss about the Memorial Weekend thing or whatever.
Bro,
It's not even the same day.
it's not even saying day. It's
They're
a
proper
Sunday.
trying it. Plus, I don't think they're taking these people seriously anyway.
They're not, man.
Because they're like, man, what everybody's marching and protesting for, and they're talking about, I beg you, man, just allow it this week. Like,
You know they've cancelled like a lot of tube. There's tube strikes until like 3 o'clock.
oh, so they're trying to make the people not go there. But you know what
Exactly.
it is? It's sick
It
because
is the same
But they
day.
walk.
It's just not the same location.
no, but usually the thing that day usually falls on a Sunday. I feel it was on a Saturday this year, but the remembrance service that they're talking about is Remembrance Sunday. It's always Remembrance Sunday. You know what I'm trying to say? That so there is a little something on the Saturday, but it's not going to affect the main joint, which is on the Sunday, which is it's always on the Sunday. You know what I'm trying to say? So they're just trying to use it as an excuse. And like I said, I just don't think they're not taking the protest seriously, and it's because of the way it's done. It's all diplomatic and thing. Remember, the organisers are in talks with the police,
From
with the
weeks ago.
with the mayor, with this and that. Because obviously to organise it, to let them know what route they're going and whatnot. But because it's done that way through all proper channels, they feel like they have some say in it. Remember, they're talking about banning it, like actually making it illegal at some point. First, like the Met Police are asking nicely, can you not? But they're putting pressure on the Home Secretary and all that to say like, no, ban this march. Like to say, if they ban it and make it illegal, people ain't really gonna go. Because if that is the mindset, they're not serious anyway. If they get told, this ain't about what you're allowed to do. This shouldn't be about what you're allowed to do. This should be about disrupting everything. This shouldn't be about nothing doing it nice and peaceful. That should not be the aim. You know what I'm trying to say? So who gives a fuck whether you ban it or whether you tell me you're not allowed or not? If anybody who's serious about that cause should be there regardless and cause as much trouble and not trouble like that, sorry, as much disruption to the country or to the system as they can, because that's the only way they're gonna like affect anybody. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But the fact that they think they can just ask nicely for you, man, to
They're
just
gonna be like, okay, guys.
to just move it next week, it shows that they just don't.
They have no idea.
They don't take this serious, not one bit.
'Cause the whole point of
I know people is dying and that, but I beg you, you see this week, just
this
allow
week,
it,
man.
innit?
Big
Not
man,
this
not
week,
this week.
because we gotta remember. Yeah,
He said it's
Big, big,
disrespectful.
next week. They're saying it's distasteful and it's disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful to who?
To
remembrance
the
people.
veterans.
Who they're trying to remember.
Remember, they got to remember. Lest we never forget. That's where it
What
comes
did
from. That's where you stole that.
What did you just tell him? That's exactly right. What did you just tell him to allow?
Huh?
You just spoke to the camera and said people allow it this week. What did you?
No, that's what they.
No,
No,
that's
I
what
was,
you said,
I was,
as
I
in
was
that-
being the government. I was telling,
that
I was
one-
saying what they're saying. That's not me telling
Like,
you.
he knows what you were doing.
Yeah, he's a fool.
That you could not do. That
No way, innit?
we would be on 1 stars. You know what I mean?
I just wanted to be sure because I'm going to clip that up and I'm going to be atting our favorite ex commentators, because they're gonna share that one.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
They're gonna love that one. But it's gonna have everlasting damages there. Someone's gonna create a Google page for us and then leave bad Google reviews. Like, it's gonna be so bad.
Well, boy, I mean,
No, you're right. They should definitely. They can't be deterred by police saying, "No, don't turn up." What?
They're not deterred by the fact that there's no transport links for them. You think that police saying, "Please don't," they'll be like, "Okay, Rishi, we'll listen to you."
because they want like a
Have
million
sense to
people.
them.
There's some people saying like, can't you just move it to like
No, that's the whole
Clapham
point
or
of a
Hyde Park,
Do you-
whatever.
people don't know what a protest is. The whole point of a protest is to actually disrupt, is to make things inconvenient. You don't protest when it's all nice and dandy and no one's going anywhere to go on Boxing Day. It's silly.
I love how you guys are saying this. Keep the same energy, but just stop oil. Just stop oil. Clip this.
I told you they can do whatever they want to do. Just don't stand in front of my car.
And obviously, my sentiments towards Just Stop Oil was
don't know.
changing as the year was going along because obviously,
Yeah, but you like them for the commitment to badness.
yeah,
Not for the message. I admire the way that they keep going at it. They're very serious.
To lay in front of a car and stop traffic.
But you know what
is
annoys me
mad.
about them? Do you know how they really piss me off?
Why?
They always look so like, they always act so frail and just like, move! Like,
No!
and then do you know what they move like? Oh my gosh, they move like sloths. So basically, whenever they're dragged away, they like slowly just crawl back in position. I'm just like, oh.
Don't move!
I feel like as the
Stay
Range
there.
Rover mum, that's what will piss me off.
yeah. No, I admire their commitment to badness. I'm not a supporter. I believe if I ever bucked one of them, like if I was
you
caught
gonna
up in,
do?
I think I'd get arrested.
Punch someone
If
up.
not, like at the scene and in retrospect when they get the footage, I think I'd get arrested because I'd be livid.
They would really annoy me. They'd really annoy
Delay
me.
your whole day.
You
You
see
know?
this one most recently.
Women Women did not get the vote by voting. It is time for deeds and not words.
Whose painting is that?
It is time to just stop oil.
Politics is failing us. Politics failed women in 1914. If millions
Where's the
will
orange paint, though, man? This ain't
die
hitting.
due to new oil and gas licensing,
I was just thinking, what, they got lines
They
there?
got kicked out of the
if we
group.
love art and if we love our families, we must just stop oil.
Where's the security? They've been there for time.
Someone's
So
job
which
for
oil?
orange paint.
Okay, I'll be real with you. Which oil are they trying to
Where's
stop?
orange paint? And they're sitting down.
As in fuel.
This ain't hitting, man. They should have dashed orange paint everywhere after they done that.
Don't care about
there
us.
had
They
to be
don't
a
care
fake
about
one. There
our
had to be a
futures.
Museums, if museums are smart, they can change museums to fix it.
Yeah, this one ain't hitting, Brett, man.
This is the National Gallery. They've just smashed a painting.
Yeah, but it's
not a
not
real
hitting
painting.
though.
Nah, to be honest, I don't know why I'm advocating.
If it's real, that's racks.
look at his cap.
What's the cap say?
NWA.
No, it don't.
I'm telling you.
No, where does it say
That's why I
what?
tagged you in it.
You tagged me in this.
Yes.
He must have
It's
another
not
meaning
shown
for
in
it.
here.
Spirit of Ice Cube, man. Come on.
That's the spirit of Ice Cube.
I just want to know what jobs they do, where they get so much annual leave that they get to do all this foolishness. I'm trying to sign up to that job. That's what, because that is crazy. And I've never seen black people doing these things. It's white privilege. Honestly, I'll be real with you. Being able to fight certain
Certain causes.
is actual white privilege. People have better things to worry about. It's about Just Stop Oil. Anyway, all the best all parties involved. Let's get into our topic of the day. You're so crazy. We're talking about everything we're talking about. I was meant to get you to watch this video before we came online.
What was it?
Yeah. But
Was it long?
No, I can give you a summary though. So basically, you know Esther Falana
No, Esther.
from Backchat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So so basically she was talking about, she put a video out, she's talking about her daughter. Let me actually see, Brent, if it's on her page. Sorry, Brent.
Sheba, I think.
Yeah, but if it's on her page, then you can just get it from there.
I could play it if you want.
Yeah, it's on it's on TikTok. Is that easier for you?
I think I could play it.
Yeah? Okay.
There you go.
Thank you very
And
much.
to be talking about this thing, it must be really doing me. And I really want to make sure that I handle this thing correctly. So let me get into this with you. You lot know my daughter's 10. She's going to be 11 in like 3 months, and less than 3 months. And obviously she's going through changes, puberty. And one thing I love about me in her relationship is that she likes to open up to me about things. So recently she's opened up to me about a boy that I think she fancies in school. They're both in the same year. He's a good boy. I know the boy. It's okay. I know the boy. And they've been doing their FaceTime calls, and you know it is. I'm dealing with it like a African British parent. Okay, an African British parent, not an African. I'm dealing with it like an African British parent. So I'm trying to handle this like an African British parent. I'm trying to be diplomatic about it, okay? Be understanding. Damn, this morning I went into the shower. And when I went into the shower, tell me why I'm seeing this. Can y'all see that love heart? Can y'all see that love heart? Please tell me. Obviously, I've had a shower, so there's steam. But the girl's doing love hearts on my mirror. On my mirror! I am an African British mother. Ouch, that really hurt. I'm remembering when I was a kid in school. Yes. I remember we used to fancy the boys in school. You know, you're in year 6, I fancy you, you fancy me. But I hope it stays at fancying, because I just don't know how to deal with this. I'm stressed. I'm really, really stressed. I don't know what to do. What's up, guys?
Alrighty, so that is the video. The question for today is parenting your child when they get their first crush. How would you handle it?
10.
Yeah, 10. You can't be FaceTime. I'll be real with you. You're not FaceTiming anybody in my house at age 10. FaceTiming, you're up all night. Girl, you got school in the morning.
Yeah,
You got your SATs in year 6 next year?
I wouldn't know how to handle it because I ain't got no gal picnic.
If you did, how would you handle it when you have your daughter?
If.
When? Because the thing is that sometimes people don't understand, yeah, what God does. God is a God of... God is God, innit?
My God is a glorious God. He knows I only breed
There
kings.
you have it. You know what?
Breed kings.
That's great. You breed queens too. Because sometimes God gives men daughters. So you can learn patience. And you can learn to see life from a different perspective.
I reckon I'm going to have a daughter anyway, to be fair.
Yeah, you give me girl dad vibes.
Because obviously twins runs in my family, so I can kind of see that happening. 10 years old though.
Yeah, it's a bit intense.
FaceTime and...
It's a bit intense.
Obviously, part of the problem is that kids got access to stuff from an early age now.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's
that is true.
3-year-olds and 4-year-olds that want iPads and whatever. So by the time they get to 10, not that they've seen everything, but they're just exposed to a lot.
Yeah.
I ain't got kids, so, you know.
What was she doing at 10, Esther? That she's so rattled.
Just kidding. The last person that asked that question did not go down well. I don't know, but I feel like when you're younger like that, because to be fair, once puberty kicks in and stuff, you just start to have crushes and stuff. Because people were talking about, because I feel like when you were doing something, that's fair. But I feel like watching your kids, or even like your younger siblings, it's just a different game. But I heard people are playing Kiss Chase from year 2.
Year 2?
There's a lot of, yeah.
I mean...
I was playing Kiss Chase in primary school.
No,
But
I was
that's
doing
nothing here nor there.
I remember...
That's how it starts, man.
No gal picnic ain't FaceTiming no man in my yard at 10 years old. That's first and foremost. Yeah, I don't want to hear none of your foolishness.
But can she text him
What type of text? Why she shouldn't even have a phone anyway?
at 10?
Yeah, it's too young.
Like, let's just say it's 11.
When we're going into secondary school?
Yes.
13, teenager.
What?
13.
I said 11.
No, I'm saying that's when you can maybe start.
Oh,
thinking
you're going to give her a
13.
phone at 13?
I'm not saying I'm going to give her a phone at 13, but what I'm trying to say is at 13 is when I would start expecting these kind of transgressions.
I'm talking about
transgressions.
communicating with your daughter going to secondary school.
Yeah, so they can have a phone.
Yes. So I started asking, what about texting? Because if you have a phone, they're gonna have friends. They're gonna start texting your friends.
You're all gonna have
But they have
phones.
internet, right? They had internet before you give them the phone.
Yeah, so they communicate. There's instant messaging. So they will be communicating anyway.
Yes.
But again, you need there's parental guidances and certain things like this. You should be able to police what the stuff's being used for anyway.
Yes.
They shouldn't have just the freedom to just have any conversation or
Yeah.
anything.
So
that
what
they want
can
on
they
there.
and can't they do in your house?
They can.
Because you have parental controls over your kids' phones and whatnot. What?
Yeah,
can
now
they-
when you come in the yard, the house, the phone's for when you leave the yard, so I can contact you on the way to school if in the emergencies.
So
When you
as
come
soon as
home,
they
you
come in, you put it in the black box.
put the phone in the locker.
I heard that.
In the locker.
Yeah.
So lucky.
You give me your phone, you put the phone in the locker.
So don't talk to your friends until it is you get out of the house again for school.
Yeah, when inside should be about education and
And family.
and family. You know what I'm
Good, that
saying?
one. Good. That
Yes.
one. I don't believe you.
Should be about education and family, man. Lock it up. Let's lock it up. Shut
Sa-
this,
same
shut
with
this,
it-
shut
same
this
with the
party
boy.
down. Huh?
Same with the boy.
And boys can't be trusted. So
You're
yeah.
always gonna treat boys differently to girls, though. That's just how they get raised, unfortunately.
No, wait,
Patriarchy.
I don't know what you just said. That's how you were raised. You now have control. Are you going to perpetuate the same cycle?
I mean,
We're just talking about how it is you've changed, right?
I have changed, but at the same time,
You want to keep things the same.
from what I know, yeah, girls are always treated differently to boys.
That's because it's a choice.
You reckon that's a choice?
Of course it is.
Traditionally, people have been doing that for years. How's that a choice?
Because they've been choosing to do it for years.
It's not about choice. It's just what it is. It's stuff that people don't want
That's what I'm
to
saying.
accept. Man and gal ain't the same.
They're not the
We
same.
live by
Never
That's a
different
different
rules.
argument. That's a different argument. That's
How?
a different
It's
argument.
one and the same thing, though.
No,
It's
please.
under the same
please,
umbrella.
please,
I wouldn't
please,
want I'm
please.
not gonna have my 10-year-old boy running down gal and sending them love messages either, because you're worried about the wrong things at 10. That's what I'm telling you. So it's not in that sense. It's
What do
not
you
no
worry
different.
about at 10?
Education and family.
Books.
It's a family time.
Family time. Books.
That's the title.
Family time. Books.
Oh, God damn.
Don't you remember I was having this conversation with them lot on the pod, and they was talking about it was different for boys and whatnot from certain age. And I'm saying, no, it's not. You're a parent. They're still kids at the end of the day. You can't be allowing your son to do different things just because he's a boy. There's certain
Why don't
things.
you want to have daughters? I feel like you'd be a great girl, a girl dad, you know.
It depends what's going on, because I don't really get involved in gal business. So the gal and the mum and the daughter's gonna do what they're doing anyway.
you
the
have to.
I
same
don't believe
fuckery.
it.
You have to.
I
You
can
can't
see
because you don't have
You
a
have
say.
to.
You
No,
don't.
Margs.
Bro, you
the way,
can't- you
no, but
can't
the
look
way
in
you have
cars,
female
can't say
friends
that.
and stuff.
In the same flipping seat, whilst you wiggle your foot, you're now saying you have no control over what your daughter does. You just said just now.
No, I would try, but this is what I'm telling you, yeah.
You mean you
You
would
see
try?
women,
What?
yeah. You see women, yeah. It's gonna be a different conversation. So the standards that I try and set and the rules that I try and put in place are different. You see, when I'm not there and mummy's talking to her, mummy remembers this is what she was doing when she was young. She was 10, so she'll sympathise with that fuckery and that foolishness and enable it. And I ain't gonna have,
Corrupter,
and I ain't gonna have
Enabler.
I ain't gonna have no real control over the situation. They'll keep secrets from daddy and they'll and you'll let her go out there and do a little whoring and thing, because you know this is what women
look at it like
just
that.
would look at it like a rites of passage.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
I
hold on,
remember
hold on,
when I
hold
was
on.
young and loose.
But you know what's funny though?
Going, you know what I'm saying?
No,
So I don't
no.
get involved in
I'm
gal
not hearing
business.
But you know, I was
Obviously,
saying,
I'm gonna try
ridiculous.
because obviously you need to have that presence there. So you're posturing and all like that. You're gonna. I don't, but I know the foolishness. I know once my back's turned.
Raging against the machine.
Yeah, you're gonna try, but your attempts are gonna be futile. I know once my back's turned, gal is gonna be
That
gal.
man's got
You
tears
can't
in
look.
his eyes.
You can't look at it like that. You can't look at it like that.
All right,
It's
You can't look at it
crying.
like that. There's plenty of girls. There's plenty of girls here that now as adults that in certain positions they are because their dad was not in the picture. Like, and their dad didn't raise them to be
That's a word, Rich.
careful of certain man.
and there's certain gal that was
like-
raised in their yard with their dad that had on wickedness. It don't make no difference.
But what I was saying,
Badness, absolute badness,
say it don't make a
unfiltered
difference. What are you
badness. I had
talking
these gal on
about?
unfiltered badness and the
You
dad
had
in the
them-
yard.
Oh,
What's
gosh.
man talking
Russell,
about?
don't you dare sit up.
Yeah, don't sit up. Sit back down, man.
About
Sit-
wickedness, you know, he said, yeah, let's get
don't
into
don't
it.
perk up,
No,
man. Sit back down,
no,
man. Sit back
we
sit
ain't
back
getting
down, man.
shit on here. The hell? What I was saying was that I can actually see you being like really close with your daughter, and she can actually tell you things and confide in you.
Do you still feel the same?
What type of foolishness she
No,
can tell me? She can't tell me.
no,
She can't
I
tell
don't
me
anymore.
no foolishness.
Yeah.
You can confide in me and
No,
you can
she
tell me
can't.
enough stuff, but you can't tell me no foolishness. Absolutely no foolishness. You think you can come to me and talk to me and confide? What you thought I was gonna? What would you kumbaya and tell you? What you think I was gonna braid your hair while you're telling me this fuckery? Are you stupid? Do you know who your dad is? Do you want me to smash up this whole yard? Push my foot through the TV?
It's like, ah!
You would not like boys. Crazy. Okay, well, I'm glad we got that sorted out. You hear that, Mrs. Killy? That will be all you, baby.
No, you just have to let the women handle what they're handling, man.
It's not enough, man.
I'll try, but you get me. I believe that. Again, we hold women to different standards because of our
100%.
relationships with them. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you attach names to them, mum, auntie, cousin, daughter, whatnot. But essentially, they are women, and I don't mean that in no disrespectful way. And they're gonna do what we're doing. And we've said on this show so many times, men and women think differently. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? That. So there's only so much you can do to try and police those situations. But when they're in their tribes and they're having their secret conversations and doing what they're doing, you are gonna enable the fuckeries because you understand, because you get it, because you're a woman, because you've been there and you was that age at the time, and you get it. You understand that it's probably even harmless or whatever it may be. You get what I don't get.
There's
But that's it, I think-
there's a pushback though. I mean, women are thinking differently these days, and they have been for a while.
In terms of,
Everything.
it's very vague.
Empowerment, liberation.
Okay. Do you know what? 'Cause to be fair, that is a point, because that's what I was thinking. When you said, like, the mum can think I've been there before, blah, blah, it might be just harmless or whatever. The kids today are raised way differently to how we were raised. You get me? Like, they've got access to many more things than we do. So, because even 10 years old, having a phone that can FaceTime and whatnot, and actually FaceTiming a guy and whatever else, that's way different. Do you get me? So I feel like even as a parent, I think that's what Esther was speaking to, because it's like, I remember when I was younger, I had a crush. It was harmless. It was nothing. It was light. But then these kids are different today. You don't know what your kids are exposed to when they're in school,
Very
when
true.
they're in their friendship groups.
You don't know
And I feel
what
like they
they're
learn. I feel like they learn more sometimes from their friendship groups and whatever. That's why you got to have a close relationship with them, so they can be telling you their friends' tea. Because otherwise, you wouldn't know the kind of conversations they're having.
You know how much parents have like found their kids in hot water, and then these times when the kids in the house, the kids cool and all that. Oh, he's such a lovely boy, blah blah blah. As soon as they step out of the house, XYZ's happened to him.
There's a lot of people like that. I mean, I still kind of face that with grown men, where the mums think their son is like the best thing since sliced. I'm looking at this, auntie, he's a devil. You are this boy is not even who you'd want your daughter to be with.
Telling you.
It's crazy. Morning caller, is someone there?
You have to call back, please. I've just engaged the phone.
Sorry. I think that can be tricky. So I guess we've established. So I don't even know what we've established, to be fair, after your monologue. But would you see the situation differently if it's a boy and a girl? Actually, no. You said you would see the same.
Yeah,
When they're 10 years old,
at 10
whatever.
years old, I'm saying the same. I've had this conversation. I'm not playing into those things.
From what
I'd
age
say
would you
the
want
same.
your kids to date?
I wouldn't want them to date, but I mean, like I'm saying,
Bloody
like when
hell.
No, I heard that part, because it's just that you got to go through it and
I
deal with it.
wouldn't want them to date, but I would say like I'm from the old school thing that before you're a teenager, you're a child.
What's a teenager? Because some people say
13
13.
Teens, isn't it?
That's the thing.
teens, and that's still young.
We know
but at
teenagers
least,
like 18. That's where.
no, 13 is a teenager.
That's when it starts.
Oh, my household, you were a teen. You hadn't earned the ager. Your age hasn't added up to get the ager. You were a teen. I was a teenager when I became 18.
I heard that.
What?
No, but not 13 is not enough for you to make your own decisions like
But you
that. But there's like you're in the puberty and everything that you should expect.
your
You're
body
gonna start
doing
expecting
things.
certain things at a teenager, innit? You should, from boys
I
and from
guess.
girls, you should start expecting
Oh,
different
gosh.
behaviours and for them to change.
That's so wild, man.
When they're 10, 11 and that, they should still have the wide-eyed innocence of a child.
But because sometimes I started puberty at 10.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And women tend to start early sometimes. Like, a lot of my friends, we all started at 10. So sometimes it's sooner. And with women as well, sometimes our body, like, it starts within our body, but hasn't physically shown, if that makes sense. So Brent thinks very rational.
Yeah.
Good morning, caller.
Morning, my people. Big up
Not
TDA.
Can't wait to hear what stats you got for us today,
you.
man.
Gosh. Morning, Kevin.
I'm just giving you some truth. I agree with what Mark said 100%.
Of course you do. You don't have to say that. You know that I agree. Tell me something
And
new.
I've got the same thing. You know, like your kids, especially if you ain't with the woman. If you're with the woman, then maybe you might have a little bit more power over that type of dynamic. But for the most part, nowadays, you ain't got no real control over that, man. They get phones by the time they're 7, 6.
You speaking
You know
from
what I'm saying?
experience,
Like,
Kev?
they get... What? Yeah. I've got kids. I've got 3. Yeah, I've got 3. So at the end of the day, like, it's hard nowadays to try and do that, man. To parent them, they get their phones and that from early. They've got iPads. They talk. And like you said, when you're not with a woman, Mars especially, you ain't got no control over what she does. And you know, with women, you don't want to be friends with your kids first. A lot of the time, you don't want to be friends with your kids. Like you just said, SD, it's hard for you to get the tea if you're not close with your child, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women prioritize being friends with their kids. So we'll support certain foolishness that the man won't support in the household. You know, like Margs is going to be stricter automatically. He's going to be like, what? No, you can't come and talk to me about no foolishness. Where mommy's going to be like, yeah, I will talk and we will try and talk about it, and she'll give you the empathy and give you the air, you know?
But then do you think there's harm in talking about it? Because think about it, if your girl or your wife or whatever, your partner, was moving the way you're moving in terms of don't come and talk to me about this foolishness, I feel like having 2 parents that do that just leaves the child to go and get to just do foolishness.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Because I feel like sometimes when you think about women and their kids and wanting to have a friendship with a kid, it's not wanting to have a friendship with a kid so the child can grow up to be a fool. No woman who's been through labor or whatever process of motherhood is trying to raise an idiot. Do you get what I mean? You're having that conversation. So like out of them confiding in you is where you give them good advice. If no parents in the house are trying to talk to the child or whatever, they're going to go and get advice from their friends who are just as clueless as they are, and that's how worse things happen.
Yeah, I'm not saying this a knock on the woman, you know. I'm just saying it is what it is. I think it's necessary to raise a daughter for her to have somebody that she can confide in. And I'm just saying it is what it is. The fact is that the women know exactly what the daughter's going through.
They will support each other.
Yeah, there has to be a support system. She can see it from a totally different angle because she's been there. Yeah. She's done it. She was a little girl. She went through puberty. She's experienced all these things, innit? So I'm not saying it's a knock. I'm just saying it is what it is. And I'm saying, but as men, there's just things that we just see differently. You know what I'm trying to say? That have different standards, different expectations of men and of women. So we just see it differently. So you're maybe in this day and age it might change because obviously parenting's come a long way. People understand a lot of things. So there might be some men in this day and age that could be more, I don't know what the word is, but accommodating.
No, Mark, I disagree with that.
It's necessary, man, because I feel like growing up with a parent you're scared of or you're scared to talk to about stuff, and I feel like that just has the opposite effect. Because when you think about it, the way I think about kids, I see kids as like blank canvases that come into the world, and we're the ones who have to teach them everything. You teach them how to stand, you teach them how to walk, you teach them how to eat, you teach them how to drink, teach them everything, right? So if they come in and they have questions and they're trying to understand something that clearly is foreign to them, which is why they're trying to understand, I don't see why as the parent I shouldn't be there to listen to what it is that you're telling me. Do you get what I mean? Like, for me, I just can't think of that. And I understand I understand disciplining your kids. I'm absolutely for that. But I think, unfortunately, what a lot of people do, which it can be seen in the older generation, is that you discipline your kids so much that they can't come and confide in you. And what that actually does is that at some point, there is now a distance. Your child, you kept banging on about you don't want to be friends with your child, you don't want to be friends with your child. It happens mainly in African, I would say, let me say Nigerian because I'm Nigerian. Nigerian households, right? You bang on about you're not your child's friend. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. And then what that does, this creates a distance between you and your child. Now you grow up. Now you expect your child to come to you and talk to you about stuff. I'm not your friend, remember? So I don't even know how it is to come and tell you, even if life is happening, I actually need genuine advice or I just want someone to talk to about stuff. You have no idea. A lot of parents, and they get to a point where they realize they know nothing about their child. Because you was doing, when they wanted to talk to you about stuff, you were doing, oh, well, I'm not your friend, I'm not your friend, I'm not your friend. I just feel like as a parent, the role of a parent is to guide a child.
That's why you need two of them.
And so you've got to have that conversation.
That's why you need two of them, because there's going to be things where you align, but it's never going to be across the board. You know what I'm trying to say? There's going to be some things that, say, I've seen examples of like daughters starting to fancy boys or whatever, starting to thing and talking to like a bad boy in the area. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, a mother, could understand that because she's gone through a phase. She understands the appeal to the bad boys and whatnot. You might just have to go and experience and go out there and allow the daughter to link that bad boy. The dad's looking like, you're trying to link younger stabber. Like, are you sick in your head? Like, what the hell is going on here? No, like, my man's got a Rambo knife. Like, what are we talking about here?
But you know what?
You get what I'm trying to say, though, Brett?
Younger.
There's certain things, but the man's just gonna look at this is foolishness.
But you know what is about that though? Again, it's that language, it's that assumption that a woman is just going to, and like women, that she can't think. Do you think that a woman who liked a bad boy when she was younger and has grown up to understand that bad boys are not good for you, do you really think she's going to watch her child go through the exact same thing she went through with the bad boy?
I've seen it. Like, allow it. Like, they've allowed it. I've seen it.
I hear that, but that's not, as far as I'm concerned, that's not the norm. And I tell you that that's not the norm because a lot of women actually project their experiences on younger women. Like properly. So for me, it's difficult for me to sit here and listen to the fact that in a household, the man is going to be the only one who is stopping foolishness. Actually, in a lot of households with two parents, you find that the daughters are closer to their dad than their mum sometimes because the mum is the strict one. The mum is the stricter one. The mum is the one that is no nonsense. And their dad is the one saying to the mum, oh, just ease up a bit and whatever. Like this, I literally listened to a podcast yesterday where this girl was literally saying that she and her dad are best friends, but her mum wouldn't let anything slide. She couldn't do da. Like, do you get what I mean? So that assumption that the mum is always going to enable bullshit or enable foolishness or whatever, that is untrue. That is very untrue.
Nah, it ain't, you know. And the only reason why I say that is because the majority of parent households aren't two parents no more. Majority of parent households are single parent households, and it's the mother who has all the power. And you see that even in some of the two parent households, like that Gabrielle Union thing with Dwayne Wade, where like, you know, that was mainly coming from mom supporting that foolishness.
It's not foolishness because he came out and he told you exactly what it was, what all of that was about. He came out and he said that she has way more responsibilities financially for families and whatnot than he does. So that is why the house is run the way it is. So that's not foolishness.
Exactly. So the power dynamic has changed, right? So the power dynamics changed then, right? So she's got the main say. And that's where most of the structures of parenting is nowadays. Men have very little say over pretty much anything that happens, especially if you're not with the woman. If you're with her, then it changes again. But for most part, these days, it's single-parent households, mainly mothers. And a lot of mothers, unfortunately, don't experience the world in the same way that men do. So we don't support certain things. We're a lot more disciplined and on because we know, like, you know, we know what we're doing out here.
Definitely can't say more discipline having kids all over the gaff.
That's true. And if we're gonna have an honest conversation, a lot of men are worried about all the wrong things. You know what I'm trying to say? Because obviously, like, I think you need to be more in this day and age, especially if you're growing up in certain communities in the urban areas. You need to be more worried about what the boys are doing. You get me? Because that's the ones that's dangerous. Their life's under threat. Their liberty, their freedom, and all these kind of things. That's what you need to worry about. The stuff that the men are worrying about regarding gal is all trivial gal business. You just are worried about what they're doing with boys. You're worried about them getting slammed up and thing. And really, that doesn't define who someone is as a person. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, as a woman being sexually promiscuous or whatever it may be, that doesn't mean she's not a good person or like a valuable member of the society. But that's the things that's haunting the man. That's the things that they're worried about. When really and truly, doesn't really matter.
It's pregnancy. It's not the slamming. It's the pregnancy. You girls can get pregnant from early. The consequences is different. That's why we raise them different, because the consequences are completely different. As a girl, you get pregnant early, young, that mash up your whole life, your whole future. For a boy, even though it kind of mash up your future because now you're a daddy, it's not the same.
Well, do you know what's mad though? But then I feel like sometimes with these conversations, yeah. So, for example, we're talking about women can get pregnant from really early, blah, blah. If you teach young men sexual discipline, how would the girls be able to get pregnant? The girls are not linking themselves. They're not inseminating themselves with sperm. But again, a lot of the onus will be on the girl being disciplined, the girl not going out, the girl not doing this, the girl not doing that. But that's the problem though. And that is such a problem I keep seeing in today's society. Women are raised on how to be good wives and how to be good girlfriends and how to be good mothers and how to be good da-da-da. And the same energy is not being given to the men. So when you're talking about girls can get pregnant from early, blah, blah. If you are raising your sons, and not just your sons, as in like community, boys in your community and whatnot, to practice safe sex, to not do the dirt, to not do da-da-da, pregnancy problem will not be as big of an issue as it is. And I think that's the issue sometimes, is that both people have to be raised. And yes, I understand, of course, there's single parent households and whatnot. But I feel like what we need to do as a community is show up for your friends who's a single parent, whether man or woman or whatever. If you've got if I have a male friend who's a single parent, right, and say he's got a daughter, I will be the auntie who steps up to give that like that motherly, that auntie, do you mean that woman advice and whatever it is? And I think it should work the same way if it's a boy, if it's a woman who's raising a boy, there's whatever male friends she has, you got to step up to do that. Unfortunately, we have single parents in society, and that's just what it is. We're not going to change that overnight and whatever else. But people in the community need to step up and play a role.
It takes a whole village, innit?
It takes a whole village, and we wouldn't have all these problems about the woman's enabling this, and because it's a single parent household, she's just going to be enabling. There are male people in her family, there are men in her family that can step up and be a form of support. So.
Yeah, kind of, but again, as men, we don't have the power that we once had. So you can't even clap your kid.
What power do you
more,
need to support your friend who's got a son?
And remember, what she's saying is it takes two to tango. So as you're saying, like the power, whatever, but if we're raising these boys to be good men and to be sensible men, then that's them risks they should lower, innit? You know what I'm trying to say?
It should, but you're asking to fight testosterone, man. You know the wind used to make your dick hard when you was like at 12 and that, bro. Like by the time you're 14, 15, you don't even need to. A girl don't even need to touch you. You could smell a girl and your dick get hard.
Yeah, but I never.
Okay.
It's like
Pause. How about that, friend? Pause.
I never had no conversation. I don't remember having no conversations about sex, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Not with
I
no
see what I'm saying.
man, not with no gal.
Those things
Yeah,
happen.
I don't remember that. Like
Those things
I went
need
out
to
into the world
happen.
and done whatever I was doing. You know what I'm trying to say? So maybe if I had different conversations or if I was told different things, my behaviors might be different.
And that's the thing. I feel like even a lot, again, speaking from a Nigerian perspective and whatnot, yeah, girls would always get the conversation, but we get the conversation of like, if a boy touches you, whatever, you're gonna get pregnant. But guys don't really get the conversation. They don't get this conversation about not going around and sleeping. If you teach, this is why I keep saying you people need to be disciplined. If you're a disciplined person and you're teaching your kids from young discipline, yeah, they will understand that, yeah, puberty is doing things to my body, blah, blah. But that don't mean I need to go and stick my dick in something, in a woman, in a girl.
Oh, you know when you say be disciplined, it's like us telling you not to be emotional. You're fighting nature. Like you're literally.
It's possible
fighting
because I
nature.
would tell you for free, yeah, my emotions. I'm not led by my emotions. If I was led by my emotions, I would currently be in jail. I would have ran someone over this morning. If I was led by my emotions, but you know how I'm not led by my emotions? Discipline. Discipline is literally the key. So I get the comparison you're trying to make, but again, having sexual desires is not. It's a form of emotion, to be fair. But again, discipline is what will keep you from getting women pregnant up and down and having to worry about your daughter getting pregnant.
That's facts. Hey, Kevin, thanks for your call. We're going to move you along because this chat is going brazy and I want someone else to call up. I need to hear something from that other side of the aisle. You've always got so much opinions. Call up, man. Let's have the conversation, man. Let's see. Yeah. There's parents in the chat. There's women in the chat.
Come and talk.
There's men. Talk a couple of things, man.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks for your input, Kevin, man.
Bless up, my people.
Later.
Have a good one.
Yeah, I want to hear something from the other side of the aisle. You know, there's people saying lots of comments talking about. Yeah, there's a lot of input in there. I want to hear it first, son.
You know what I was thinking?
Sorry, while you're inputting, can you like the video, please? Thank you.
Just this morning, I was thinking, because Kevin sent me a couple of videos, right? I think that's what we do now, I guess.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
You know, so funny. I was going to say that to you. Oh, that's what you guys
that's
are
what
friends.
he does, yeah.
I love that.
But to the earphone, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But it spoke about man's innate compulsion to just have sex, right? Obviously, a man feels a way, he thinks a way, and so he does, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, all the women that I've met, well, the majority of women that I've met, they also have these thoughts. I want. But they don't just go along with it.
Who, women?
Just show discernment. Yeah,
100%.
So I hear him saying, it's nature. It's nature. It's man's innate nature to just go and plow. But women have that same urge, but they don't. They show discipline.
Do you know just reminded me of?
They show restraint.
Do you know just reminded me of?
They got more restraint and more discipline. It's science.
And this is why I have to basically always say I am such a fan of men showing discipline.
I
Because
love it.
if you're seeing
So
that
attractive.
innately,
This is you.
this is you, and you just give to it. But then women, they're showing, even though they're yearning,
Yeah, because Brent, you see when
they'll
women are
have the panties
ovulating.
getting wet, but ain't budging.
You see when women are ovulating, and this happens every single month. It definitely takes discipline not to call the wrong people up.
That's fine. Also, I'm not going to
100%.
apologize for being exactly the way God made me, man.
No, you better own your
That-
shit.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
But what I'm also saying is God also made women.
Yeah, he made them different.
Wait. I've just told you it's sometimes even more ravenous than men.
Yeah, but there's women that
And
act on that. There's women. It's not across the board. It's not across the board.
patriarchy.
There's women that
Wait,
there's women that act on
let
that
me jump
because of patriarchy.
that's
Yeah,
enough
they
out
might
of
get
you.
shunned in
This
society.
is it.
Yeah.
And now that particular veil has been rent in twain. Do you understand? And you celebrate that because you're like, more for me, right? They become more liberal, more open,
I'm here for
more
it.
empowered.
I'm here for it.
So in my head, why are they now getting chastised after the fact?
I don't chastise God for
No. I don't. I know some girls are on smoke, like real smoky.
I support
vibes.
women in all their endeavors. I'm a proper feminist. But man, what? Why you
Good
not-
The way you said that was funny. But you are a feminist, 100%.
This is to the point where man call me a simp. I don't even know what that means. What's the simp? Like a sympathizer? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say?
You're so annoying.
And I don't even know if it is that he actually. That's not something that he prepared beforehand. He
No, he didn't. He just came up with that. He just came up with that right there.
It's all off the cuff, man.
Sick, I love it.
So nobody answered Marcus' call, please. Another one.
Yeah,
Other than-
please, someone. Come on,
No,
man.
you know they be shy sometimes, but no, do call
They
up.
be
that.
going
I'm
out in the
interested.
chat. They got a lot to say.
Yeah. Floor
Kind of
is
type
open.
in. Save yourself your arthritis. Call in. let's make it do what it do. But yeah.
It'd be interesting for me when it is I have children. Like what? Like,
You're gonna change a lot when you have kids, though.
I don't think I would.
You will because you can't.
But you don't even
some
know
of-
where I stand now. So when
No,
you
but-
say change,
I think I was gonna say like, what part are we changing?
No, just the way that
Who am I
you think.
now?
He said he said he'll kick his baby off the mountain. What's man fucking talking about?
Oh yeah.
It's
He
just
said-
so annoying.
he
Context.
said-
No,
he
do you know what's so annoying?
He said
You can't
he'll
even
kick his
clip that.
baby.
You did say
You
that,
can't even. That would have been a great clip.
Context.
That would have been
I'm
a great
just saying,
clip.
your mind, because you don't know what you don't know. When you have a child, I don't know what exactly, but
Context.
things will change
I will
in
still
you.
do
Context.
that.
Okay.
The context is important.
Okay.
Yes, he would choose his wife above everybody else.
Yes, Mariba.
My ring.
It was I have to choose one. Gosh. Good morning.
Morning.
Yo. It's good.
Who's speaking, man?
Good morning, Ed.
Oh, it's Ed.
Yeah, big one. Yeah. Kevin ran it back, so I said I'll run it back as well, you know. What's this? Oh, I hear you doing sound effects, woman. What are you doing? I'm hearing sound effects, Esther.
You want the sound effects?
He said he heard you doing sound
I
effects.
didn't say nothing. You know, I was actually
I'm hearing
me.
you doing the sound effects. I know.
You hearing it? It's what you want to hear, babes.
Okay then.
Go on, Ed.
Let's have it.
Yeah. I got sort of two sides in this thing, yeah. Because one, I'm a girl dad, you know. My daughter's in reception, you know. Got all these things to look forward. All these things to look forward to. You get me? Yeah. And then on the other side, my sister-in-law, she's a year 11 now. So I see sort of both ends of that spectrum, innit? So I'm seeing my sister-in-law that's 16 now. She's like trying to do the dating thing, and she ain't really trying to talk to her mum and dad about it and whatnot, and trying to go low key. And then, you know, on the other side, you're obviously seeing, you know, my little girl. God, she's not crushing like say the girl on TV, but she's like crushing on cartoon characters or something. You know, little silly things like that right now. But you know what I mean. But obviously, I know it's going to eventually turn into a real boy. It's not just freaking a cartoon character. But yeah, so I know for me, I can't speak on the majority, but it's about trying to impart game on them, innit? Like as early as possible, just in terms of, you know, making sure they understand, you know, yeah, it's all sweet and innocent, and you know, it might be all sweet and innocent on their side, but it's always also, you know, have the third eye open. You know what I mean? So there's not everyone's intentions are the same. You know, so as much as, you know, everything's sweet and innocent now or whatnot, it's about knowing, oh, okay, cool. I need to also be aware of, you know, the other side might not be thinking the same way I'm thinking. and in the same way, even if it's her, even if it's even go the other way, it's like it's her, moving whatever I was gonna say she's moving. I was gonna say she's moving. It's like, it's then trying to make her understand the consequences of trying to move how she's moving. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not trying to, not just debate. I'm not trying to get pregnant. Of course, that goes without saying. But it's even just not letting yourself, what's the word? Not looking properly at the people you're talking to. You share your energy with people, innit? You know what I mean? So you're giving your energy to people you shouldn't be giving your energy to. You know what I mean? Just off your impulses. You get me?
That'd be good. That'd be good energy. Do you think? Was I asking the stuff that like what Kevin was saying? Do you think you have control or your word, or like your words will be taken, like not to say that seriously? Do you think the advice will be better coming from a woman, or do you feel like you have some kind of power input to give?
Obviously, in this one with my sister-in-law, obviously I sit and go. Her mum, my missus will hit me up and be like, yeah, so she's going through this and this is happening, and I'll just tell her, give her all this game to then spit to her sister, because I know it's better coming from a woman than it is coming from me. But I know my perspective is, I've got a wider perspective of things, just because, well, compared to me and my missus, obviously I've had a bit more experience out there than she has, and I know the inner workings of certain killy mentalities. You know what I mean? So you gotta sort of that sister just doesn't understand it the same way. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta impart the wisdom. But yeah, it's probably better coming from a woman, be it her mum, be it her sister, who it is. So in the same way, you're saying obviously, that you don't think your words can run. It's like, that's when you have to, hit that to the youth's mum and just be like, all right. Yeah, and
so it's a joint effort, collaboration, combination.
Yeah. Facts.
All right then. No, thanks for your call, Ed.
Thank you, Ed.
Who was trying to call that before? Run it back.
Thanks, Ed. Have a nice day.
Thanks, Ed. Appreciate that, man.
Take it easy. See you.
Do you know who it was that was calling before?
Can you return the call, please, caller?
I've got a question for you guys.
The men are galvanized today.
And stand up. Love that for them. All right. So do you think being a 10-year-old is too young? Well, I think we said that.
Yeah.
It's definitely too young, man. Would you ignore it? Oh yeah. How would you react to it actually? What is your reaction to it?
What, like once this happened, once you see it?
Yeah. So you found out your 10-year-old daughter has, or his son actually, because this is boys and girls. Your 10-year-old child has a crush. You found out they have a crush. Let's start there. They didn't even FaceTime yet.
At 10?
At 10.
It's too young, man. Like, what are you gonna,
But
you're 10 years old, man.
But what's the conversation you're having with them? Like, what are you saying to them? Because you know what it is? Sometimes people think that with kids, you can just say, no, don't do that, that's bad. And that's it. You have to explain to them and talk them through why it is that's bad. So they can understand.
You just need to keep an eye on the situation, because it could be more innocent than people are actually making out. And I think when you sit down and then make it all serious and have that crazy conversation with a 10-year-old as well, you probably put more ideas in their head than they even had in the first place.
Depends on your child, because a lot of children are exposed to a whole set of stuff.
That's true.
I mean, even we've been covering on TDA the type of education that they're even getting, sex education they're getting.
Morning.
Morning.
Sorry, my voice is really bad. I've got a bit of a cold.
That's all right.
I'll feel better soon.
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to speak on this because I've got a 17-year-old daughter and I've got a 13-year-old daughter. And I think it's wild that Miles was saying, the mum will go behind the dad's back and let the child have man and that. I'm not going to hold you. My daughter's almost 18 and ain't no way. I don't play them games there with like guys and that. Obviously she's becoming a woman now, and I have to kind of like give her a little bit of her freedom, a little bit, but I ain't never played them games. Me and her dad, we don't play them games. We don't do all of that. it's okay, you can like a boy, you can like a bad. No, I did the bad boy thing. No, I'm not gonna put them up. I'm not doing that. My friends don't do that either. So I don't know, like, what, even Kevin, I don't know what you lot are saying. I don't know what girls you lot are dealing with.
The chat shit.
Don't chat shit. Obviously, it's not fair to generalize. Obviously, everybody talks in generalizations, isn't it? But like, I mean, he's got kids. I've lived the life. I've lived long enough to see things. I'm not just making things up. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm talking to you about experiences from things that I've seen, whether it be friends, family, whatever. These are things that I've seen. So obviously, yeah, it's wrong to generalize. There's always going to be people that do things differently. But the things that I'm saying happen. Like, and obviously, if it doesn't refer to you, that's fine. If the shoe fits, then you wear it, innit? That kind of thing. So that's good that there's somebody else, that there's people out there that think differently and behave differently. But the things that I'm talking about are real things. You just can't relate to them because you don't live like that, which is fine, which is good as well. You get what I'm saying?
No, but you know what it is? I think that the people, I don't know about your family, so I don't want to be rude, but I feel like the people you're talking about and the girls that you've encountered are, lack of a better word, a bit waste. Because
damn,
it's not just me. It's like everyone around me, we have that same mindset. It's not, my child can just, okay, yeah, I knew how it was to be a young girl and messing about with boys and whatever not, but you see your mistakes and you do better. You don't now allow your child or the wider community, your friends' children, you don't allow them to do the same. Like Esther said, you don't make them make the same mistakes you made. You have to do better. So those girls that are out here allowing that, they haven't grown up. They haven't learned, and they don't want better for the next generation.
It might not always be serious things. It could be trivial things. You've never had an what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you've never, you and your partner ain't never clashed on ideas about how to raise your daughters. You're like, it don't have to be serious things. You ain't seen something to be totally fine as a woman, and your man partner has not agreed with it. You haven't experienced that before.
No, I have, because for example,
so there you go. And this is what I'm talking about.
But the thing is, you have to talk about it. My partner doesn't like lip gloss. I don't know. I think he must. I don't know what it is, but he doesn't like girls wearing lip gloss. That's very trivial, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's like, what's wrong with lip gloss? He's like, it's too attention seeking.
So even so you want to get him in makeup and thing from young, and he don't want it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I want.
Makeup.
No, you see what I'm saying? So you're telling me I'm crazy, but then you got your own version of it. It moves across the board. Some people, it will vary in different people's households, but you are still experiencing the same thing that we was talking about.
Yeah, but that's okay. But that's trivial.
Yeah, and it's lucky for you that it's trivial, but it's still there. It's still very much existent, isn't it? Because man is man and gal is gal.
Do you know what? If we're going to call a spade, yeah, the reason why a lot of guys are afraid to have daughters is because you know how it is that you've treated other people's daughters. So you are scared that life is going to give you the day you deserve. That is the bottom of all of this stuff. Because when I'm hearing about, sorry, babes, your partner not liking lip gloss, about his attention seeking and whatnot, because a lot of times, and this, do you know what's so ironic about all of this, yeah? Again, it goes back to the fact of how boys are raised. Because think about it, yeah, you don't want your daughter wearing something because you feel like it's too attention seeking, or you feel like you don't want your daughter dating, because all of this is because you know how boys are. So how are these boys being raised then? If these boys are being raised right, you would not be having sleepless nights about your daughters having crushes, because you know that these boys have sense. But none of these boys have sense. You are aware they don't have sense because you yourself don't have much sense going on. So now you don't want your daughter to be in a predicament of meeting someone that's like you.
Attention
That's really what it is.
17. Marks, talk to me, please.
Go on, what are you talking about? We're saying she
lip
should.
gloss at 17, attention seeking?
Everybody's different and hold themselves to their own standards. That's what he wants for his daughter and his family. So you can't speak for him. Everybody's different. If that's what if he's not into that, he's not into that. What do you want to do?
That's a bit excessive.
No, but
I suppose I don't think it's our place to say. I don't think it's our place to say what's excessive and how you're going to raise your child or what standards you want for your children. I don't think it's our place to say. Everybody's different.
100%.
Everybody's different, but
I'm asking you though.
Oh, what if I'd be cool with? I don't. You know what it is?
At 17.
I'm not gonna really because of 17. But again, I ain't got a daughter. People maybe you might think when I have a daughter, my mindset's gonna change. I don't believe it is. Yeah. the societal standards that people are making for women, does not judge the character of the person who they are. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, so I'll be more worried about raising good human beings, men or women. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at in life. I'm not gonna get involved in gal business. I'm gonna be very much aware that even if it's my daughter, she is a woman and she is going to be partaking in things that I might not agree with. I'm gonna try my best to not worry about them foolishness there. I can't control it because I believe gal is gal. So it is what it is. Whether they be wearing their makeup or whatever, go and do your gal business. I don't get involved. I don't understand it because I'm not one of you lot, and I'm gonna try that. I'll worry about certain things, education and family.
Education. How many times does that tell us?
Education
and family time.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Family time. Yo, hey.
So, but have you got any more points to make, babe?
No, that was all thing.
Oh, my darling. Thank you. Have a nice day, babe.
Cool.
Your experience. Thank you.
But like when parents are really, really strict with their kids as well. The kids go to uni and just they go
mad.
wild.
That's why I see a lot of kids from up north come down here and vice versa. From London go all the way to up north.
And it's funny because it feels they feel like all the work I've been doing, but really and truly, how much work do you really do because you never really speak to your kids? Do you get what I mean? Like my mum would this conversation my mum had with all of us, and so when I went to uni, my mum trusted me to go out with my friends and like, do you get what I mean? Like there was that trust there, but because there was that trust there, I did not abuse that trust. So when I went to uni, I acted like I came from a good home. And I'm seeing people who, when I was speaking to them, they're like, "Oh, I was never allowed to go out. I was never allowed to drink," and they're the ones that were having to carry off the floor of the clubs.
No, but that's why I say
every time.
That's why I say it's important for fathers to be involved in their daughters.
So important.
Like for me, anyway. I'm not hearing what he's saying, but it's important for them to be involved because, as I said before, there's a lot of women in this day and age now that their fathers.
I never said I wouldn't be involved. I said I want to instill proper things.
Yeah, family. We say
education and family time.
You know what I'm saying?
Education and family time.
More importantly than anything, I want to raise good human beings, respectable, smart, caring human beings.
Important.
You know
I heard that.
And again,
don't disrespect people out here.
there's a lot of people.
Hello, caller.
Morning, caller.
Morning, guys. It's Black Rob.
Morning.
Hey,
guys.
man.
Morning. Yeah. I don't have any kids, but I've got younger sisters, and there's a big enough age gap. There's big enough age gap that my younger sister, it was when you're one of the oldest child, you kind of raise them. So I think I had a little bit of, I don't know, it's not the same obviously, but I kind of agree with Esther in some senses where she was saying how there's some guys that because they know how they were they kind of either go to one extreme or the other in terms of how they want to raise their daughters. But I also think that I wouldn't consider myself a killie or nothing, but I think I did all right with girls. But guys always look at the lowest common denominator in terms of when they think about their daughter, they think, okay, I'm not raising you based on what I want the world to be like. I'm raising you on what the world is. So I know that there's some waste man out there that I need to protect you from someone that has a slick tongue, or he's good at talking to girls. He's got a bit of charisma, blah blah. So, but he's got bad intentions. I need to equip you with the skills to differentiate, and that doesn't necessarily mean that I had a bad past. It just means that I just know what's around, and I need to. It's because I know you're saying something about you need to raise your sons and stuff like that, and it's true. But in the journey to try and make the world a better place, you still need to just raise your kids equipped with the world that you're living in right now, innit? So you can't go. You have to just think, okay, what are the worst case scenarios in terms of men when it comes to your daughters, and then you have to equip them with that. And what I did with my sisters was I was just more they'll be showing me their texts. I'll be like, okay, he said this, that, and that. This is what it actually means because I'm a guy. Do you know what I mean? I made them fluent in men's psyche so that they didn't. Do you know the way they didn't need to decipher? I remember there was a call yesterday that's called about how my boyfriend we've been together for 7 months. Blah blah. Every guy in the chat knew exactly what was going on straight away. Do you know what I mean? And Esther actually did pretty well at deciphering what was going on. But some girls would listen to that discussion and take something completely different. And that's probably a testament to you being raised in a way where you can understand the psyche of men, so you can decipher what they actually mean when they say, "Oh, let's see how it's going after 7 months." Straight away, a guy knows what that means.
Don't wanna hear.
And if you're raising a daughter right, she'll be able to translate what guys are saying into what they actually mean. And once you equip them with that, then they'll be ready for the world, regardless of what happens. So that when your daughter's in a situation, that situation, at least she's not naive to go, oh, he said he loved me, so blah, blah, blah. You'd be like, do you know what I mean? Like, because my sister, she can go in this situation. I know what she's gonna do because, I feel I know what she's gonna do because she's very like she got discernment. She's very equipped to know that I know what this means because I've heard this. Or, do you know what I mean? I've been taught this. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's more important than necessarily putting guardrails. Because if you put guardrails, they'll just break them anyway. But if you equip them with the information, they'll be like, oh, okay, I've seen this before. I've heard this before.
Yeah, because knowledge is power, man.
That's right.
If they instill that in them, man,
exactly.
definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Black Rob, man. That was a dope call, man.
Yeah, because I feel like even when you talk about, like, say your daughter said something and it's like, that's foolishness. The way you are, you would end up telling her why that's foolishness.
Yeah.
And she'll walk around like, a guy will say, she'll be like, no, my daddy said that's foolishness. And she'll be able to, she'll be a foolishness detector. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but again, definitely. But they're still gonna make their own decisions, and make their own mistakes, just like boys are. You get what I'm trying to say? Like you fill them with all the knowledge and information you can, and they're gonna go out there and find their own way in life with what they have to do. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm not necessarily gonna be.
And you're not gonna be an enabler, but I don't think you're gonna marry somebody whose brain cells will make her an enabler either.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
You're gonna be with a smart woman.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I'll say my part, and I'll, like I said, I'll try to instill in you the best I can certain information. Who you calling?
Somebody who's trying to call, but they're not using the right method. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Hi, morning.
TDA.
Who's speaking?
Hi, how are you? Oh, good, I'm on. Okay, cool. Hi. I wanted to talk on this, I guess, from a professional point of view. I'm a clinical psychologist.
Oh, love psychologists.
And I guess I have... Bam, 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 bam. Thank you. And I guess I have these conversations with parents all of the time.
Yeah.
And I think what we need to recognize is that these kids, like Esther said, are going through everything for the first time. But also their brains are still developing. They've got hormones going up and down, and their brain isn't even equipped to even know how to navigate it. So for us to shut it down and be like, oh, this is rubbish, this is a foolish thing, and whatever, it's not helping at all. So now you're leaving them with an underdeveloped brain to go and navigate the world on their own because you're too scared to have the conversation. It doesn't make sense. You have to be prepared to do it. And yes, there's a thing in that, okay, there's a world that we live in and there's a reality to it, and it's not good for girls out there, especially with like the dangers of men at times, and again with boys as well. They have their own dangers to face as well. But you can do both. You can equip them for that, but also say, look, you don't have to participate in that. This is how you navigate that situation. And then obviously then that will be passed on to their kids, and then so on and so on and so on. I just feel like we can't be dismissive of the fact that these kids need help and support just because we want to sit there and be like, okay, cool, like this is how it was in my day. This is how you have to deal with it. No, it doesn't have to. We know better now. Do better.
Word.
That is a word.
That is a word.
That's straight from the professionals.
There you have it.
What's your name, sorry?
Amani.
Amani.
Big up Amani.
Big up yourself, Amani. Have you got kids yourself?
Thank you. I don't have kids, but I work with enough of them.
Okay, so you like, when you say psychologist, are you like a therapist or just...
I'm a clinical, so I just finished my doctorate this year.
Horns. What's that sick? Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm a clinical psychologist and I currently work. I've had loads of experience, but yeah, I currently work with children. Yeah.
That's so interesting. I love that.
Thank you.
All right then. Well, thanks for your insight and your
Thank you,
participation.
darling.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
I love that. I love psychology. I respect psychologists so much, man.
This was a good topic of the day, man.
This was a really good topic of the day.
You're welcome.
Anytime, Brent. Oh,
Who
you said
who
you're
done that,
welcome.
Bard?
No.
Brent.
All right.
Any more for any more?
No, man. Everyone have great kids if you want them. That's it, man.
Yeah, just be good parents, man, and
This
just
is
try our
it.
best. We just got to try our best. You get me? You need to be involved in our children's lives, whether they're men, whether they're boys or girls, whether you're in a relationship or whether you're co-parenting, whatever. You just have to just try your best.
Even as like an auntie, as a friend, as an uncle, as a godparent. It takes a village, man. Yeah, checking on your friends who've got kids.
100%, man.
Yeah.
So important, man.
Definitely. All right, that was a great topic of the day. Thanks for everybody that took part, man. Let's get into more headlines.
Let's get into it.
Do you smoke weed?
Oh, sorry. No, I don't smoke. Sorry, I thought you said.
I thought you asked in present tense.
Why?
Don't ask me that question.
You just asked him a question. Are you alright?
What? Where you going with that? No, go on.
Don't ask me no
Why
questions.
does he ask
it's
no
cold.
questions, you know? After all he does is ask me
I
questions.
didn't say don't ask me no questions. Don't ask me that question now, because I will answer him, and it will go a place I don't want it to go. So I said, don't ask me that question.
But, okay,
I wanted to
but
go
why
there.
did you start there?
It's because
But
it was
you knew
the
that.
screen was going over. 'Cause nobody was hearing me.
Oh,
You just
okay.
took long to hear me, but don't worry.
Okay, fair enough.
You don't ask me that question.
All right, people. South Africa. The South African government has said it will recall all diplomats from Israel to signal its concern over the situation in Gaza. Honey, this is a name and a half. Kumbudzo Tasheni, a minister in the president's office, said on Monday that all diplomatic staff in Tel Aviv would be called to return to Pretoria for consultations without providing further details. We are extremely concerned at the continued killing of children and innocent civilians in the Palestinian territories, and we believe the nature of response by Israel has become one of collective punishment. This is what the Foreign Minister Naledi Pandor told a later press conference. We felt it important that we do signal the concern of South Africa while continuing to call for comprehensive cessation of hostilities. Pretoria has long been a vocal supporter of the Palestinian cause, with the ruling African National Congress, ANC party, often linking to its own earlier struggle against apartheid. Apartheid. Pandor said the recall of the diplomats was normal practice, adding the envoys would give a full briefing on the situation to the government, which will then decide whether it can be of assistance or if a continued relationship is actually able to be sustained. Several countries have recalled diplomats from Israel as global criticism of its continued bombardment of Gaza grows. NATO member Turkey did so on Saturday, joining fellow Muslim states such as Jordan and Bahrain. Several South American countries have also broken ties, following Bolivia, which at the start of November became the first nation to sever diplomatic links with Israel due to its disproportionate attacks in Gaza. I feel like until the people that really have power sever their ties with them, it's not gonna make a difference. Well, let's find out. All right, our next headline. Sorry, trigger warning on this of killings and gunmen moving crazy. So, Anglophone separatists. There we go. Anglophone separatists have killed at least 20 people and injured another 10 in a dawn raid in Western Cameroon. The gunmen attacked the village of Egbegao, a neighborhood in the town of Mamfe, setting houses on fire and killing men, women, and children as they slept, local government official Viang Mekala told journalists on Monday. English-speaking separatists have been fighting to carve out an independent state called Ambazonia in Western Cameroon. Armed groups have clashed with government forces and carried out attacks, kidnappings, and killings in the region since 2017. The attack left around 20 dead, men, women, and children, and 10 seriously injured people are in hospital. This is what a senior regional administrative official told journalists. Another official reported that 23 people had been killed and 15 houses had been burnt. No group immediately claimed responsibility for the attack.
Crazy.
It's crazy. I wonder how these groups start in every. What's the UK's version?
EDF. EDL, what are they called?
Yeah, EDL?
As in, they would. Okay.
No, but they've never done.
Because EDL sounds like a.
We're not like a third world country, so I don't think England's too comfy. Everybody's got gripes in it, but whatever groups that are here over here, they will go about it in, I would say, more diplomatic ways. Innit?
No, once upon a time in Ireland, the RRA.
I said England.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Great Britain or whatever. But that's about that's the most.
Yeah, British wise, them man are the.
That's the only group I can say that.
That's anti-government.
No, they they resorted to violence and they took things into their own hands
Didn't
to
they
get what they
blow up?
want.
Didn't they blow up something in Liverpool Street at one point?
I think there was a bomb in Canary Wharf.
Really?
Yeah. These men are on
I can't remember
smoke.
exactly where they think, but they bombed a few places. But to be fair to people,
Oh, this is serious.
they did warn you. They did tell you they was going to do it.
Oh, they
before
told
done
people
it.
they were going to do it.
Oh yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they
But
told
is it
you.
one of those ones where they had one retweet?
There weren't no. It's,
Was it on the news?
There was nothing
I
back
mean,
then.
no, it's got one like. Was it on the news that that this has been threatened?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, they'll tell us.
remember.
No, they gave good warning. They didn't just surprise anybody.
Okay.
They gave good warning, but they did it though.
Yeah, that man was serious.
Crazy, man.
Who's that? Sinn Féin and them man there.
Yeah, Sinn Féin. Yeah, that man was.
It's crazy, man.
Obviously, the British have been oppressing. Not the English have been oppressing people from God knows
Day
how
by.
long, innit? Along the whole aisle.
Some people
So
just had enough.
some people have to
basically.
fight and that. But I'm saying anybody with gripes nowadays, I don't think there's anything. There's two questions. I don't think there's anything that serious that people are gonna up in arms for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So
I hear
it
you.
will always be different in those countries than
Yeah.
to over here.
Crazy, man. Well, it's actually about your friends, the Just Up Oil people. The video we
What
saw
they
earlier.
don't know.
So 2 Just Up Oil JSO activists have been arrested after smashing the glass cover. Oh, it was a glass cover. Oh, they're right. That video we saw?
Is that it?
This is what it's about, yeah. So 2 Just Up Oil JSO activists have been arrested after smashing the glass cover of a painting once famously slashed by suffragettes. Okay. That painting's been through things. The pair were held on suspicion of criminal damage after Diego Velasquez, the rugby Venus, was targeted at the National Gallery in central London on Monday, the Metropolitan Police has said. In 1914, suffragette Mary Richardson attacked the painting with a meat cleaver in a protest against the arrest of Emmeline Pankhurst. JSO said students Hanan, age 22, and Harrison, age 20, used safety hammers to smash the glass covering the artwork. It added, politics is failing us. It failed women in 1914, and it is failing us now. New oil and gas will kill millions. If we love art, if we love life, if we love our families, we must just stop oil. It is the latest in a string of stunts which has seen demonstrators throw soup at Van Gogh's Sunflowers painting and glue themselves to the frames of other masterpieces. I'll be real with you, yeah. These people might actually they might know something the rest of us don't. I watched a film ages ago. I can't remember. Was it a film or a series? I can't remember what it was. But they would I think they were studying the weather or something, and they knew something bad was going to happen, and they're trying to tell everybody, hey.
Not 2000 and is it
Yes.
new or old?
The day after tomorrow. No.
Is it recent or old?
Not recent, like 2 years ago. Years ago.
They used to make
There's
bare
a
films
couple
about
of them.
I think it was
that.
20-something though.
That was a theme for
It
a
was
little
a
while
theme,
in our
because
history.
it
It's
was
always
going to end
Was it-
2012.
the day after
wasn't it?
tomorrow night. Yeah, and the whole place is gonna mash up and no
Claude
one ain't
Butler, was it
listening.
Claude Butler, the actor.
I can't
White
remember.
guy.
Yes, white guy.
You've probably been involved in it. There's been a few different
There's been a few. I'm trying
Yeah.
to.
variations of that. You get what I'm
I
trying to
think I
say?
know
Like,
But you know that they're always spitting facts, you know. No
but
one's
I heard
listening.
someone say the other day that they're cooking the books with the global warming thing still. Like they're
They're
not.
lying to us.
Yeah, like they're
Sounds
making
about
it.
right.
They're making it seem as
What, worse than it is, or-
Yeah, it's a thing their agenda. Not to say that it's not bad, and eventually it's gonna get there. But even like that narrative that they're pushing there about your families and I mean, it's not in their lifetime. They're gonna be straight in it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's future generations. And then again, I don't know how much truth it is because I haven't delved enough into the global warming side of things. But I saw
Don't
someone.
look up. Yes, sorry, that's the film.
Don't look up.
Don't
Yeah,
look
because
up.
no one was listening.
Yeah,
about the
because no one's
comment and all that.
listening. Yeah.
So I haven't
Thank you,
delved
man.
enough into the global warming to actually to have my ducks in a row to know. But I see someone coming out the other day talking about if you actually look at it, like they're actually using it as an agenda to push a narrative to do certain things. It's not actually as bad as people are
What
making
they're
out.
trying to push, because there's always been dissenters. But what are they trying to push?
I'm not sure. That's why I need to look into it more. But because I saw it briefly. But do you believe that, or do you think it's
I
as
look
bad
forward
as
to
they're
the
saying?
day when it is you come back and show us what you've learned.
What about global warming and thing?
Yeah. Because I want to know what they're trying to push. Is it, because in my head, it's only good things for the environment.
That's true.
All I know, is I remember them saying like in 100 years we'll be getting close to natural sunlight because of the ozone layer or XYZ. But what they try to push within that, I have no idea.
I'll look into it.
That's when they said white people go underground and all that.
Yeah, do you know what I'm going to do?
Go back to
So
the
if you ain't
caves.
got melanated skin, you're gonna be screwed.
Say white people gonna be black people gonna be on the streets just dancing and all that. And White people took it ahead.
Might be the
They
revolution
still
they're scared of.
better have their factor 50 on, boy.
That might be the revolution they're scared of.
Trust me.
They said street, son. And black people on the streets. Sounds like genocide.
Just hear us partying. Just bare feet stomping. Bare two steps of stomping the whole time.
Yeah, you better stay woke, man. Melanin
Do you know, I'm
only
actually
goes
going to
so
look
far.
into, I'm going to look into what Just Stop Oil are actually about.
Just what?
Just Stop Oil.
Yeah, but what? As in that,
I'm going to look at what, because they're talking about new oil and gas that's being created.
But what does that mean, though? I don't. What does that? Okay, so you stop oil and gas. What does that? What does that?
No,
mean
because
for the rest of
what
us?
she's saying, what she said in her speech is new oil and gas is going to kill millions. So maybe it's the oil and gas they're trying to introduce. It's not the ones we use now. And she says it's going to kill millions. But obviously, by the time they're done, this is just me making a Netflix series at the moment, right? Say that it's in the works and whatnot, right? By the time they're done, when they package it and whatnot, we're going to be like, oh, this is great. Yes, please. It's cheaper than what we currently have. Yes, please. Maybe that's why we've got all this costs going up.
Well, obviously, there's 8 billion people in the world, innit? And they're worried about the world and the natural resources and all this kind of stuff, yeah? Whatever. But again, I see someone the other day saying like, that's all, a lot of that scaremongering. They're saying the way the world's set up right now, it could currently take 10 times the amount of humans that are here. You know what I'm saying? And with the narratives that get pushed out in the media and stuff and the things that people say, I wouldn't have believed that. Or thought that. You know what I'm trying to say? They're moving like we're on the edge, like it's close. But they're saying that the world could take 10 times the amount of people that's here. You know what I'm saying? So what you push out there and the way things get like perceived and read into is, I don't know what the like what's behind it or like what's it all in aid of. Like Brent's saying, like what are they actually trying to do? Because it would only be bettering us if like the way you see it. But you know, I don't know. Well, I don't know, innit?
Even with COVID though,
ice caps are melting.
Yeah,
ice caps have been melting since the 90s, rude boy. They've been talking to me about this, brother.
Yeah, but no one was really taking it that serious back then. They're taking it more serious now.
Yeah, the ice caps melt every day, brother. So you know.
I'll be honest. Sometimes I have an attitude of it's not going to be my problem. It's not really the future generation problem. But think about it then, because I feel as though, there's things that we're going through now, there's people back, we're coming to complain about, but we've learned to adapt to it. So if there's, I don't know what the situation is going to be, they might be adapted to it. I don't know what the plans and what the world is going to look like for then, for me to start taking paracetamol for something I have no control over. Yeah, man. Sometimes some things are just above me. I'll be real with you. And
my only concern with the ass caps is what's in them. That's it.
Wait. What?
Oh my god.
So what's
brother? The ice caps. Okay, let me look at this.
What's it gonna?
The ice caps have been there a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
So longer than any of us.
oh my gosh! What if there's animals in there?
Dinosaurs. He's saying dinosaurs.
Aliens.
I didn't say dinosaurs. I didn't say aliens. Even though we know aliens exist now. Cool. But my thing is this.
So stand up.
We have no idea what in those ice caps.
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
What's gonna fall off? What's gonna fall off? And
this is one day. It's on ITV News, and there's this big old Sutton on the TV.
But it's gonna be dead though, isn't it?
Well, I would hope so. I mean, I hope so.
Yeah, but so it wouldn't be a threat.
Do you know how much stuff float up on the
Actually, that's got diseases and shit.
Yeah, like new water, diseases, this, that, blah, blah, blah.
Brett can't believe what he's saying right now.
Oh no!
He's in shock.
He might be saying.
Brett was frozen.
He might be saying that a killer disease might be unthawed.
Well,
I think so.
They dug into the ice. What did they do? They dug like 2,000 feet into the ice, and they said they found a new river that's like been untouched. So the water's been untouched. The problem is it's got loads of different diseases and X, Y, Z down there.
You know, it's mad.
Yeah, that we've never come into contact with.
When you said a new river, I was thinking, oh, that water must be sweet. I would be first to go. I'd do this out.
To die. That water's gonna have loads of new stuff. Look, what did they say? Like 200 to 2,000 new species down there that they have still to like label and all that. So that's all new to us. Really and truly, you don't want to touch that water. Like, no one wants to touch that water. But what do you mean? Listen, point of the matter is that's my only concern with the ice. That's it. What's in there?
I wonder when it. Never mind, actually.
Wonder what?
I was just thinking when it started freezing up and when it started melting.
Boy.
Do you know what I mean?
Ice Age.
How did the ice?
Yeah.
I just thought that was a cartoon. One of the best ever created. That's great.
Smile and wave.
No, take your hand off your phone. Don't be making notes, please. Like, I'm tired. Anyways, let's pay some bills so I can be educated. Let's get to Word on Roads. Okay, did you guys watch Insecure?
Yep.
No.
Seen some of it.
Do you know Molly?
Yep.
Issa's best friend. Okay, Brent, can you put a picture up, please, of Yvonne Orji?
Oh, is
That's her
that the
name.
show from YouTube?
Issa's Ray. Issa's Ray.
Issa Rae? Issa Rae?
Yeah.
I know.
So basically, so Yvonne has publicly spoken about being a virgin, man, for like many years. She's talked about this many years. I
How
think
old is she?
she's currently 39 years old.
Go on.
And she's a virgin.
She's a virgin, babes.
Oh,
So
God.
she first talked about this.
Starving.
You know
And she
what?
moving loose in the show as well. What energy does
Yeah, she said it was so
she's a
interesting playing
virgin.
that.
Great
Yeah.
actor.
She must be she's a dope actor because she
She
seems
is,
highly
she talks
sexed.
about, she talks about it on a Breakfast Club interview, actually. How funny it was playing that when...
Well,
she was
again,
there.
then it's easy to just draw on all that hunger because she's starving.
Okay, Marks, thank you very much.
Huh?
Yeah, okay. To be fair though, she did say that... Well, okay, let me just wait. Okay, so when she first told people, was when she told people, the publication, when she was 33, and she talked about, like being a virgin. At the time, she was obviously 33, and she said that for her, she said before the fame happened for her, she sat down with herself and with God and thought, when she makes it, how does she want to represent God? She said, how do you want me to represent you while I'm here, kind of thing? And she said, so she said, while she's here, she's going to make God proud. And in honoring her body the way God wants her to is one of her ways, basically. She's also a comedian. She's an actress and comedian as well. So she was recently on... So everyone's kind of... Well, if you know Yvonne, you know that she is a virgin. Like,
Why? Why would you know she's a virgin?
because she talked about it. Like, it went viral at the time she spoke about it. Because obviously people were like, oh my gosh, 33 and a virgin, da-da-da-da. And
So if I say I'm a
whatever.
virgin, does that mean I'm a virgin?
No, but...
Why you saying... Why
I know, like, why are you doing this?
Why you
Oh, what, you don't believe her?
No, so that, I'm just...
No, but
I'm
he doesn't
asking
sound
the
like it's
question.
big
I'm being
news.
a devil's advocate. I'm asking the question.
Don't sit on the fence.
Are you saying... I'm asking the question. So
Right,
hold on.
this is-
So
this is
someone
second
said
believe her.
something...
Do you believe that she's a
I
virgin?
don't know. At 39, I could like... I'll say, for example,
Don't sit on
if
the
I
fence.
told you my brother was a virgin, you might believe that. You might believe it.
If someone tells me they're a
Now, for
virgin, I
context,
believe
please.
them.
As in,
I
like,
don't know
me
you,
and my brother like chalk and cheese. Like, very...
Have I seen your brother?
No, I've never seen him before. If you saw him, then you'd be like...
Have you brought him to...
No,
RK?
never. But we're like chalk and cheese, basically. So if you saw my brother...
Is he in church?
He might be in
He's
church.
on his dean?
He might be in church. He's just very different
his what?
to me.
Dean.
Oh, okay.
He might be in church, but we're very different. And like you could see he's got a lot of testosterone built up in him. And I've never known him to have a girlfriend. So, like, never known him to have a
How old
girlfriend.
is he?
He's older than me. He's like 3 years older than me.
Sweet.
So I'm saying that I could, but I know him, knowing it. So that's my point.
I want to know what Maths Brent's doing.
I don't know what mass. I don't know what he's
He's in hella
So
calculation.
wait. Is he interested in women?
I don't know. We don't
Wait.
speak.
Do you know this guy?
We don't speak. Well, he don't speak to me. He don't speak to me. He don't speak to me. So,
Okay.
again, I know him, and from what I know of him, last time we were around each other or speaking like that as kids or whatever, he was a virgin. So I can say that's someone I know. I don't know my girl, and that's what I'm saying. If I tell you I'm a virgin, what does that mean? Someone's just gonna go out and believe me?
Maybe he likes men.
I don't know what he likes. I don't know what he likes.
Yeah, but I'm
I
saying
thought you meant like why is people making a big deal because she's a virgin? Like it's not a big deal.
No,
It's not really
he
a
was
big
questioning
deal.
whether she was a virgin or not.
Okay.
I'm
It's not
saying,
really
Wait, are you?
why would anybody
stupid
lie?
question, stupid question. Are you still a virgin if you?
What? Give fellatio?
No.
What? Anal? What? What are we talking about?
Is he saying, yeah?
Go on.
I spent too much
The
time.
answer would be no.
I don't
Yeah.
like that for me.
Okay.
Go on.
Sorry. you
Ask a
were
question.
saying
No, ask a
something
question.
about,
People
the
want
greatest
context.
actor in Insecure.
Anyways, right. So she came up with it when obviously Insecure came out, whatever. So she had an interview with, or she was on Chelsea Handler's podcast, right? I've always liked that woman's name, Chelsea Handler. She sounds like she just handles shit. Anyways, right. She was on her podcast, and Chelsea asked her, "Are you still a virgin?" To which Yvonne said, "I am." And she said, "Oh my gosh, I love this." Chelsea said. To which Yvonne replied, "Oh no, sorry." Chelsea then said, "This is the most original guest we've ever had on. And what are you, like 39?" She said that dam is gonna break one day, baby. So you were right, because Yvonne goes on to say, what is it? she said people were like, she's talking about how people talk about how long she's waited, blah, blah. And she basically said that she's worried for the man that ends up with her because she said there's a lot of pent-up energy in here with me. So you all need to be praying for him. Because like people keep sending her love and saying, oh, well, you're doing a great job. I said, what you guys need to do, pour your energy into, is praying for that man. Because I got a lot of energy.
He's going to get it.
And it's lit there because Chelsea was then that to her, like, you're going to hit your sexual peak when you lose your virginity. So women at like 40s is when they hit their sexual...
They go through a whole nother...
It's a whole different level.
Yeah.
So she was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna experience that same time.
Yeah. I experienced older women when I was younger, so... Yeah.
No.
Not a recent. No. I'm keeping myself to myself. So, yeah.
How's that for you?
Yeah, abstaining.
Nah, I wouldn't say that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just not out there. I'm not outside.
I hear that. I appreciate that.
I love that. But yeah, man. So she's obviously been trending because people are like, oh my gosh. And it's... Because for me, if someone tells me they're a virgin, I have no reason to not believe them. Unless they had kids. And I'll be like, oh, you're a damn liar.
It's just a rare thing to hear in this day and age. That's all.
Yes, that's what it is.
I put Greek's comment on the screen,
What
Brad.
did you say?
What did you say?
Oh gosh, don't put it on the screen. This is not good for our brand.
I'm not in control. I'm not in control of the pinned messages anymore.
No, you control the one that comes on the screen.
Why do you want that to be our story?
No,
just for context, this is what Mark's asked me to put on the screen.
I just wanted people to see what Greek said. Oh, it's gone.
Oh, what shit. Oh,
Is it gone? No, it ain't.
crutches.
I disagree with this wholeheartedly.
Me too.
Bring them.
Okay.
Bring them, come.
Bring them,
You're
come.
a hoe, bro. I said bring them. But yeah, so obviously people she's just basically been trending, and I think it's out of order, man. I feel like, because I personally feel like the whole sexual liberation movement includes the girlies who are not having sex and the girls who are virgins as well. That's all part of it. It's the comfortability to be able to talk about sex when it.
Yeah, but there's some
when you wanna
girls
talk
that
about
are
it.
like virgins and they're having anal sex.
You're not a virgin though.
Well,
Technically.
technically.
Well, I guess your hymen, but then the thing, your hymen can break if you went riding a horse or something. Like your hymen doesn't. It's not just broken via penis.
That's true.
There's other ways for it to break. If you're out here using vibrators and shit, and you're doing dildos and whatever,
Yeah, we don't
and
know
you
if
think because
she-
you've never had a real penis,
We don't know if she's
baby
got-
girl's gone. Stop.
We don't know if she's got a dildo.
Because what I think about with you're right. What I think about with sex, with virginity, I think of it as more like not having sexual relations.
sexual act.
Like it's like the innocence of not having sexual. Do you know what I mean no sexual acts? So if you're doing anal, FFR, who are you fooling?
Yeah, that's true, you know.
You're silly.
But again, though, technically, you get me?
Yeah, we all have a
When them
technicality.
girls
innit?
got to get checked before they get married and all that.
But then you know people are gonna say to you then that technically, if you say you have sex one time and then you don't have sex for like years,
No.
They think they're a virgin.
you're a virgin.
No.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no,
I'm
you're
with
not.
claiming that.
No, you're not.
So I love this for our
You
community.
don't bust case. You did not bust case.
Big up my community of virgins. Love that for us. But basically, someone
But
was
neck,
like, oh,
though, if you're they're just giving neck.
Just neck.
They're definitely virgins.
no.
100%. They're
No.
just giving neck.
There's girls
Just-
out there like that.
They're virgins.
There's girls
No,
out
because
there.
you've still lost your sexual innocence.
No, I never said they was innocent.
Yeah.
Well, they're not.
They
No, I'm
was
not a girl like
innocent.
that. Just neck. Like, just neck.
That's a virgin. That's just a. Yeah, I don't even know.
That's just a virgin.
They're just
I
on
don't know
wickedness,
what- I
but
don't know
they're virgins though.
What version of virgin they are? They're just a, yeah.
They ain't
I
had
don't
sex. They haven't done.
That's how I would have, because they don't get this. They don't get to have the same accolades that someone like Yvonne, who's actually. I don't even know Yvonne.
Yeah, she
know.
could be
You don't know what Yvonne's
necking.
doing. You don't know. She could be.
She could be necking. She could be a nectrician.
headmaster. That's what I'm saying.
Electrician.
PhD and all that. You have no idea.
Yeah, you know how backwards back day was, right? You know when them days where
This is silly.
virginity was virtuous.
When it was sacred.
Can you imagine, right? A woman or man who hasn't had sex, right? The legit way, the old gen way, would be completely virtuous, right? Mm-hmm. And then you find out all they've been doing is eating bum. They've just been eating bum. They're coming pious as ever, glowing,
All in white.
gliding, all in white, and you've just been eating bum.
Yeah, man.
Sex
Don't-
on bum as well.
The
Not
bum,
just one.
the bum warrior, you know. Hey, the bum
Bum warrior is mad.
The bum warrior is mad, yo.
You would get onto one person just, having sex once, but this next one is virtuous one. A bum raider. A bum marauder.
Messing marauder.
We were backwards back in the day, man.
It was so dumb, man.
Hey,
so
bum raider.
dumb, man.
Hey, she
But
got
big
a
up-
cape and all sorts.
Big up all the virgins out there, man. Love the discipline for you guys. That's very important. But yeah, someone was talking about basically, someone was like, oh, do you know what would be such a sick idea? Because there's a 40-year-old virgin. Have you guys ever watched that?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
feels
And they
funny.
were like, if she did one, but from her perspective, from a woman's perspective, that would be lit.
Yeah, if she waits till 40, she could do like a documentary or a reality TV show.
Oh, no, I want to see a film. I want to say funny. I don't want a documentary. I want to do a.
No.
I don't want to meet other virgins.
It's a real life though.
Yeah.
She does this in interviews. She can
Reality,
talk
Yeah,
at-
but we don't know what her day-to-day looks like. Her dating,
That's
like
right.
Dating?
Yeah, dating when you're not having
She
sex.
clearly-
is-
she dates,
It's a
clearly.
task.
What? And just no, man.
I said, nah. You should
Wait,
have
no,
been
because you know what it is,
You should
yeah?
have been here for the sexist
No,
talking
because
stage.
we're adults, innit? And it's like, when at some point in time, if obviously dating with intentions, I'm assuming she wants to get married at some point. Maybe.
Yeah, she
You don't
does.
know,
She's waiting to
so-
marriage.
Yeah, so, yeah, I just try to think of, because we're guys and I know how guys are. And some guys
some
wanna-
guys are.
You said- yeah, unless some guys are.
Yeah, so, and most men want to, well, it's not most men, some men
Some
wanna,
man.
Yeah.
Some man want
It's so
Some-
weird how you're saying adulthood looks a particular way.
So, all I know is some man want to chop on the first night and then get to know someone, innit? But then, like, with her, you're never going to chop until you
Yeah.
marry her. So it's like, the most you're going to get is a peck on the cheek.
No, that's not the most. Come on.
No, you get a French kiss.
You could go
What?
through the
See,
little
yeah, but
things
we
you
don't
could
know
get,
if
man.
she's doing that, though. That's
You
what
can't
I'm
even
saying.
kiss too
We're-
tough. Nah, if you're meant to be celibate and that and like abstaining
Then
and
why
whatnot,
would you exactly?
you don't do
then
sexual
why would
acts.
you be exactly? That's
Even
what
the
I'm saying.
kissing is capped.
This is my exact point. So the most you're gonna get
I don't mean lips
from
like that.
her is maybe a peck on the cheek.
It's only your lips next to your panties off.
I'm not trying to reduce her experience, so basically question her truth.
Of course not.
Right? But she acted well in those scenes.
Yeah, she did.
Like what?
Right.
Too well.
But she just has to get
And
like
I do
lessons and
believe
stuff
she
though.
was turned on in my
Some
Yeah, but-
kind of.
in my head, right?
No, but everyone
She
gets turned
works.
on though.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So when you're just saying they're dating, I think she used to date some American football player.
Yeah,
I
she
remember,
did.
Right?
Huh?
Good looking guy. Yeah.
I don't think it was.
What you
just a
think because she's a
kissy
virgin,
kissy.
she gets to date people? This
Oh,
guy is.
no,
that's
okay,
not
What are
so-
you saying?
so,
You were
okay,
saying
so
adult
basically-
dating looks
'Cause when you said
one
American
way
footballer, he was
to
like-
him.
No,
Yeah.
so basically,
She's like, no sex. What?
What we're saying is,
Adult?
What would you
What
guys
was it?
do?
What?
so what we're saying is she's giving fellatio. That's what.
That's
No,
not what I'm
we
saying.
are not
That's not
saying
what I'm
we
saying.
is French.
No?
We.
Okay.
That's not what I'm
I speak
So
English
she's
over
done
here.
it. Okay, cool. Hey. So
But there are people that date and don't do sexual acts though.
Yeah.
You have to find somebody that's also equal. I keep telling you, if you just find somebody that's on your wavelength.
Mormons and that.
No. Christian people. I'm not dating a Mormon.
I watched this series a way.
Even after we get married, he still don't want to have sex.
When them Mormons were moving.
What is it?
In fact, let me find the name of it and recommend it to you because it's got everything. It's got crime, drugs,
Mormons, yeah.
incest. It's got everything.
What?
Oh damn.
Well, it's got everything. That's what was in the show. I'm not saying I enjoy it,
Yeah, make that
but it was
clear.
really good. Let me find it for you.
Sounds like Game of Thrones.
No, shout out to her, man. I mean,
Shout out to her, man.
hope she-
Oh, that woman. Remember that time I told you about that woman, one of the Real Housewives, who is married to her grandma's husband?
a grandma's husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, she's a Mormon. They're a Mormon family.
She married her grandma's husband.
Yeah, so that was the only way so her grandma left all her estate. She was stupid rich and said either the girl, her granddaughter, or her mum or her daughter could get it. But the only thing was that the person had to marry her husband.
That is
So
ridiculous.
the granddaughter beat the mum to the altar and went and married
Anything
the...
for the bag, boy.
Because she's younger, innit? So the guy, too greedy egg, wanted to marry the younger one. And so here they were. She's married to him.
Fair trade. What was the nan on? Grandma was on the next thing.
Get paid.
What kind of stipulation is that?
I know, it's crazy. Because you don't want a man lonely, innit?
So he's got to chop one of my
One of my
bloodline.
offspring, yeah.
The muffin.
But I think it's her stepdad, as in her mum's stepdad. But even then, that's still weird though, because you've raised me. You know?
Your whole life.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
it's not it. Have you found it, Brent?
I'm finding this one. I have to go through a different way to get.
Okay.
I'll get to it.
But yeah, man, I'd want to see a 40-year-old virgin from Yvonne. That'd be sick.
Yeah, but
Get Kevin Hart on that as well. That'd be sick.
actual film though.
An actual film.
No, see, I'd be interested if, like, obviously, I'd be interested in like
The documentary.
fly on the wall thing to see like how she's been living and what it looks like moving forward, innit?
Banshee.
Oh my bad, she's not Mormon. She just lives in Utah.
Oh,
Thanks,
with the
Defender.
fake policeman.
Maybe.
Banshee.
Yeah, he is. He's a fake policeman, or he moves to a different town.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've watched it?
I haven't finished it. I watched so much stuff and don't finish it, but it started well though. Banshee's half decent.
I'm telling you. Got everything. You got everything.
Oh dear.
Okay, I can
No,
finish
when
that.
you when you
Yeah,
said-
because the antagonist, the villain man, he's a serious man. He's a serious man, innit? Yeah, I know about Banshee still. Banshee was decent.
Yeah.
But I ain't
When did that
watched it
come
in
out?
depth
When did
like
that come out?
That's a good few years old.
Yeah.
No, when you said Banshee, I was thinking of something else for some reason.
2013 to 2016.
There you go.
I swear there was like an animation or cartoon or something. I don't know. Yeah.
It's okay.
No. But yeah, man, big up all the virgins, big up Yvonne Orji. She's sick, man. Love that for her.
I now
Her name
identify
Orji?
as a virgin.
Yeah, but she's Igbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you keep that to yourself.
Sorry. Yesterday he wanted to know what his Nigerian name was.
Oh, what was it? No, it was Oluwatobi Loba.
Told you.
Yeah.
I just forgot the last bit.
Yeah. Loba.
You're so dumb.
He had a authentic Nigerian in the building.
Oh, nice. Who was it?
What was his name again? Odin.
Yes.
Why did you do that?
I was about to just make something up.
Why are you a liar like that?
You see how
Gosh,
you
Brett.
see how different his mind state is. He doesn't know anybody in here, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't know that there was mashed down legends in here. He just walked in, he just talked to you all like you were just from the local village.
Yeah.
Talking to you all like peers.
I would have
Busting
wanted.
jokes
I
and
would have
stuff.
wanted to talk to him for longer. You know, I need to get him back.
This is it.
What does he get him back? He don't do nothing.
No, he's just Nigerian.
He's just Nigerian, man. He don't do nothing special. We were just reasoning with him. But he was saying to Loons that they say in Nigeria that that short men are angry because they're closer to the devil, innit? And the demons come up and just knock them on the head.
That is funny.
Stop it, man.
Yeah, that is funny.
That's the thing. The why
I know
Showman
we was
was
going
angry.
through stuff about their names and stuff like that. And again, I was just saying, like, it's actually sick that like all the names mean something.
Yeah,
No one ain't just
beautiful.
called nothing for no reason. Like, you know what I'm trying to say, like, and that is actually dope.
It's really beautiful. Yeah.
Was it Igbo?
Was it Igbo?
Igbo. He was Igbo, man. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
Yoruba. He was Igbo, man.
Okay, yeah.
And when we said that you're Yoruba, he's like,
That's the business anyway. I don't know exactly when he's stupid ass. Playing. Big up him. All right, Soulja Boy. Yeah, Soulja Boy I find Soulja Boy so funny. I just think he's such a funny person.
He's hilarious.
He's hilarious. So J. Cole was on Lil Yachty's podcast, right? And J. Cole's basically talking about like music and rap and loving rap and whatever, growing up with rap and whatever, right? So he was saying how like when he was young, obviously he was listening to Nas, he was listening to all these other old people that I don't know and what like the OG rappers and whatnot, right? So he basically said that when Soulja Boy came in, he said he had this thing where it's like, oh, that's not real rap. He was like, he even said to Lil Yachty as well, he's like, I felt that about you, where I'm like, oh, no, you guys are not doing the real rap and da-da-da-da-da-da. And he said he had to sit down and think to himself, you're a hater. Like, you're just being a hater. So he was like, when Soulja Boy came out, he was like, obviously now, Soulja Boy Tell Him is a classic line kind of thing. But he was like, at the time, all his friends are, you know, doing the Soulja Boy and everyone's rapping, singing along to it or whatever it is. But he's there like, this is kind of stuff that's going to dilute what rap is meant to be or whatever. And that's when he checked himself and was like, actually, no, people are just doing it this way. It's kind of, it helps the longevity of rap. And it's also just someone bringing their own vibe into something that already exists. It doesn't take away from whatever. Soulja Boy, right? So someone must have posted a clip of the book where he's talking about Soulja Boy. But the person in the caption said, when J. Cole was in college, he hated Soulja Boy. J. Cole writes deep lyrics and he thought Soulja Boy's lyrics were trash. But at every party, he'd be dancing to Soulja Boy's songs with his friends. That's when he realized he was being a hater. So basically said that, right? Obviously, the headline is not what had happened. And I feel like with celebrities, I would think that because they know that people have made up stuff about them, they will kind of look into things before they go off. Well, not Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy went off. So this is what he said. Niggas always hated on me, nothing new. Him and Big Sean was on some hating shit. But fuck them, I'm still lit. Then he goes on to say, hey bruh, don't speak on me at J. Cole. I'm not Lil Pump, Drake, or none of these other niggas. On God, you a bitch. Fuck you and your fans. And it said, niggas will slap the shit out of you. Fuck your opinion, dirty stank dreads, having ass bitch. J. Cole, you know. He says, pussy nigga, I wrote and produced a #1 record at 17. In 2006, Drake just gave you your first #1 this year. Sit the fuck down. You're not all that at J. He just at J. Cole in all of this. J. Cole don't even use Twitter. Everyone knows J. Cole don't use Twitter, but he's atting him. He's like, you ain't got a #1 solo record. I do. Just know you're signed to a 360 deal and you get 20% off your money. I own my label and get 100% of everything. Stay in your lane. You're an industry puppet. F clout, F fame, F streams. Don't want me replying to shit. Don't speak on me. You're a bitch and it's stamped. Keep my name out of your mouth. I'm not one of them. I don't care what you was trying to say. Then he goes on live because again he's doing too much in it. Nicki joins his live and Nicki's like, what are you doing? What's going on here?
You're Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Then he's like, nah, because J. Cole said da. Nicki was like, he was complimenting you. So then Nicki then explained the clip to him. Then he's like, okay. Comes off live and he goes, Nicki just told me I took what he said wrong and that he was showing love. So I'm going to let it go. My bad, y'all. I really thought dude was hating on me. Then he says, my bad, dog, at J. Cole. Sorry for the confusion. Keep doing your shit with... How can you cuss him and say he's a shit rapper? And then now you want to give him words of affirmation. He said, my bad, dog, at J. Cole. Sorry for the confusion. Keep doing your shit. We're from two different worlds. And I stand on what I stand on. It's hard coming from where I did, man. I dealt with a lot of hate my whole career. So it was just messed to think it would come from you. 100 emoji. So, Soulja Boy, sir, he's still on stuff there because when Nicki was talking to him, his eyes were real wide.
What was it?
Very wide. And it was like he was present, but he was trying to remind himself subconsciously to be present.
Okay.
It was a whole journey. But yeah, man, but big up J. Cole. I have time for J. Cole every damn time. What's next? Oh, Beyonce's firstborns have been acting up, breaking the internet. Basically, the twins, the two boys that danced with Nicki Minaj, what's her name? Beyonce, right? Some girl came out on TikTok and said that she is, from what I believe, I think she's pregnant by him. Hold on, let me
Oh, the
get
French
that.
guys.
The French guys, man.
So,
One of them, the one that she's talking about currently has, what's it called? Pink knotless braids. And sometimes, so I'm going to be real with you. Not to be rude or anything here, but sometimes when some women give some kind of guys some chance and then they try to come back and drag them, I can't help you with the dragging because look at what you did. Look at who you did. Anyway, so she basically put a TikTok out and said 1 year has passed. She's got a lot of receipts because the background picture was her and him lip-sync, right? So she says 1 year has passed and I wish to highlight this person whose real face is totally unknown. Obviously, she's French, innit? So it's translation. It's like Google Translate. Okay. So I've got to do the best we can. This is a preventive message to all future women to avoid destroying their mental health and future. I had to condense the facts to be as brief as possible, but everything is detailed at the end. Think of pausing to read. Yeah, I wasn't going to do any of that because it was all in French anyway. I wasn't going to catch it. In a message addressed to her, okay, this person with a profile wears out women, even if it means accumulating several relationships a day, by promising and acting in the same way with everyone in order to find a woman who will offer him twins. Her family, I guess his family and his entourage are accomplices of these actions. You should know that he already has 37 other children to his credit.
Well, no twins yet?
Oh, no, so... No, we don't know who the 37 are.
Okay.
There's got to be some twins in there. He's a twin. Well, unless he's the weak twin. And I mean, he doesn't carry the gene.
No way he's got 30.
Sometimes he skips twins.
If he's looking for twins and he got them, he would have stopped by now, no?
Yeah, but I don't even think this was something that this was a journey he wanted to start So how would he know to stop? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't think he's just doing him. And 37 kids allegedly have been produced from this.
No way.
Whom he has totally abandoned, so allegedly abandoned all 37 children. I managed to rebuild and move forward because I'm a strong person, but I haven't done that at all. I don't know, French, that's translate. Take care of yourself and never believe what is... Okay, never mind about all the words of information. All of that stuff anyway. So basically, cut long story short, she dated both twins. That's what she's saying.
What?
Wait for it.
No, she ain't allowed to moan no more.
No, wait,
She might go and done at her, to be fair.
No, wait.
What the fuck? Like, what?
So basically, cut a long story short, she dated both of them. So the twins are called Larry and Laurent, right? So Larry and Laurent, apparently, they seem to hate each other and they have a weird twin competition, and she was in the middle of that. She got pregnant with twins by Laurent, and he left her alone the whole pregnancy, and now she's showing who they really are, that they're both toxic. And apparently that's what they do. So apparently, one of the twins, Larry, when Laurent's going out with a girl, because he hates Larry so much, he will swoop on in to get with the girls. I'm hoping the methods in which he's getting the girls is not pretending to be Laurent.
That was ridiculous.
Because that's a crime. So I'm hoping when he does swoop in, he lets them know, hey, I'm the littier twin.
These girls can't be moaning for their... Like, at the end of the day, they're just doing whoring, innit? They're doing whoring and groupie stuff to get close to Beyonce, to do the Beyonce, like, to do lifestyle stuff. Like, and then you want to moan about it after the fact. That's... My sympathy's gapped there. I don't care about anything you're going through.
Because basically what they're saying as well, though, is that she's not the only woman that's come forward.
Yeah, but they're all doing the same thing.
Basically, everyone knows that rappers, singers, or whatever, whenever they go on tour, whatever, there's girls trying to get in the camp one way or another, and some of you even sleep with a low-level guy that does the water run. You don't not realizing he ain't got no power.
You'd be surprised. You see artists that told the world, like the artists that told the world, nearly all of them got babies, like around the world. Like ones that you in public you'd not know to have children or whatever. They nearly all got babies around the world. Touring is treacherous, yeah. World touring.
Touring is whoring.
Touring is whoring, yeah. World touring, when you're that level of artist, is different. It's not even just the artists; their entourages.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Their brethren's got babies around the world. Like, it's not just them.
Do you know how mad that is?
This stretches far. The band, Lighting Man.
Not the band.
I'm telling you what's going on around the world.
I tell you who you got to be with a virgin, man.
And I don't think you can claim child support cross country, they're straight.
You can't.
There you go.
You can't across the pond. But basically, yeah, there's women. Basically, they're also saying, trigger warning. They're also saying that they're domestically abusive as well, and they could be violent towards women and whatnot. Anyway, this guy, right, comes on live to try and clear his name. And it's funny because he was like, where are the 37 children then? Where are they? Where's the receipts? Then he goes, well, I hope at least if I've got 37 kids, if I've got 37 children, I've got Asian twins in there. Asian twin girls in there.
Is that what
He said that. He said, because oh gosh, I just love Asians so much. He actually did sound of things like, oh gosh, I love Asians so much. So, I don't know, man. But obviously the streets are saying now. Because remember Beyonce's Renaissance tour was Act 1. She's got an Act 2 tour soon. So people are saying, well, guess we might not be making Act 2. So we'll find out.
Do you reckon she's gonna cut them out?
She doesn't like any kind of negative PR or that kind of stuff. When Khalees was arguing about not getting credit, she just remixed. She gave us a new song. She took Khalees out completely and just released a new song. She doesn't like any form of whatever. When Lizzo was going through her whole thing, because she's got a song where she shouts out like strong black women and whatnot. She was mute during Lizzo's name.
No
the woman
way.
The woman does not like stress, doesn't like bad PR. She minds her damn business, and she's done well because no one still knows what the conversation was in that damn lift when Solange was smacking Jay-Z upside his head. We don't have a clue.
Okay, what?
We'll never know.
Jay-Z was outside.
Of course, but I want to know, did Solange find out before she got in the lift? Or did she find out when she got in the lift? Furthermore, she found out before they got in the lift. Why did she get in the lift with him? And what was I want to know what she was saying to him as she was slapping his head. Because Beyonce stood there like, get him twice. Go on, girl. Get him again. Type of vibe. But I'm saying that the length she goes to, because obviously with all of that stuff, like she goes to so many lengths to keep her life private, to do this, to do that, whatever, that if any of these turn out to be true, it's going to be mad. But the way she sees them as well, that she actually sees them as like, because there's a whole joke in the Beehive camp, right? That they're basically like her firstborn babies. Because sometimes they be acting, they be moving mad, and you see her like kind of being like, "Stop this foolishness." You see her reprimand them.
I forgot all about that video.
Sometimes.
You know? That was like years ago.
That was years ago.
Solange kicking Jay-Z?
Yeah.
That like didn't he give
He
her?
looks so mad.
Didn't he give her a little box?
No, he didn't touch her.
No, he didn't touch it. He just stood there. He just took it. He couldn't have given her a little box.
It's because obviously he's doing wickedness, isn't it? She's just defending her sister.
He was out there with
End of the day,
what's her
Beyonce-
name with the good hair? Becky with the good hair.
Yeah.
That's it.
Beyonce's a good woman. Her, Victoria Beckham, Colleen Rooney. There's not many of them, but she's a good, strong, amazing woman. You get me? But the sisters just wanted to fight for her, which is understandable, man.
Solange was on
Guess what
smoke
I'm gonna
that
do?
day, bro.
Nah, man. To be fair, anyway, let me not say it. But yeah, so that's what's happening with the twins. Obviously, he's denying everything and saying, how can he possibly have 37 kids? But if I'm hearing that article, and they've been all over the world. Like Beyonce, like they've been Beyonce's dancers since I think she discovered them when she did the whole Who Run the World Girls thing.
Really? That's ages ago.
Yeah, it was years ago. So they've literally been her boys since that time. So if they've been touring, and that was a Beyonce album.
That's time ago.
Beyonce album, then she's done Lemonade. I shouldn't touch that list, it's only 3. And then she's done this one, she's done. So
Yeah, but they sound like they have a weird relationship with each other anyway.
yeah, but do you know what? People said about twins a lot though. And I actually seen twins in real life that like that.
Really?
Where they compete with each other. And sometimes the toxicity knows no bounds. You ever get twins that are really, really close and literally each other's best friends and whatever.
Or it goes the opposite.
Opposite. Where the toxicity knows no bounds. It's crazy.
How these men trying to sweep in on each other's girl though? That is crazy. And then they both dated her.
That'll probably be normal for twins. Probably just sharing them. It's probably like
No, I
there's
can
probably a
also
point-
a part of
They've
me-
probably been sharing them since they've been brethren.
But that's what I'm hoping that
Like-
they actually let the girls know their identity, because otherwise that's actually rape. Because you can't sweep in and pretend to be other twin to get sex.
That's crazy.
You're going to
though.
jail.
That's crazy.
So hopefully though, they would have said, but that's the thing though, because even if they did say, oh yeah, I'm the other twin, the girls would be interested. They'd be like, okay, maybe you're the better twin then.
Show me.
Show me, exactly. Your brother didn't do it like this, but okay.
You got new moves.
Being an identical twin and then having the relationship must be tough, because obviously the person's with you for you, innit? You
Yeah.
sort of built up your own bond and your own relationship. There's an emotional connection, but obviously you like the physical. And if your twin is identical, I'm not saying that this is what you want to do and that's your intentions, but come on, man, you'd chop my twin. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, you'd the same
But
way.
if my twin died,
you'd
I
like
would
my
go
twin.
with the other twin.
You'd look at my twin and see me if we're that identical. Like, you're attracted to my twin.
Yeah, keep the
because
legacy
you're attracted to me.
Yeah,
So that might fuck with their mind, innit? You know what I'm saying?
lovely.
Is that accurate?
It would have to be. If
Would you be attracted to your boyfriend's twin?
not attracted, but find them
I find
attractive.
them attractive. If they look
Exactly
the same,
alike, then you would find them attractive.
But you know
Being
what, though?
attracted to them is different, but you would find them attractive. You'd have to if they look alike.
you could be good looking.
Because what are you talking about?
But you know what it is with twins though? Because
So you can say they're good looking.
yeah, but I say every man is good looking. Every
Is
man I
there a
find good looking,
difference
good looking.
between finding somebody attractive
And being
saying they're
attracted to them?
good looking?
That's the
No,
same
but
thing.
being attracted to someone and
It's
finding someone
different.
attractive, I think
It's
they're two
different.
different things. Because attracted speaks
I
to
might
the
want
want.
you. Yeah,
You
yeah.
get me? Finding someone attractive is just
I just
acknowledging that this is an
appreciate
attractive
God's
person.
work.
In my mind.
It's interesting.
That's how I see it as well, though. If I'm attracted to someone, there's a want there. But if I find you attractive, I'm just appreciating what the Lord has done.
Mm.
I'm weird. I skip around this with white girls. You know, people ask me, "Oh, am I attracted to white girls?" I'm like, I can think that they're good looking, but I don't find them attractive.
Ooh, so attractive for
No,
you is that
do
someone
find
that
them
you would find.
If you find them a good looking, you find them attractive. You're just not attracted to them.
No, but I'm saying, I think the way he defines it though, so if you find someone attractive, that's because that's someone that you would go for.
Precisely. It's how I.
Okay, yeah. That
define
makes
it.
sense though. That
That's
makes
why
sense.
I asked you all. Do you all define it the same way?
That makes sense. Because actually, yeah, because it's not every. Actually, yeah, you're right. Because it's not everyone that I find good looking, I find attractive.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? And it's not everyone I find attractive that I'm actually attracted to.
Okay, so maybe you're right.
Yeah,
then,
there is
maybe we're
difference,
wrong.
yeah.
Because if you find them attractive, You say not everybody you find attractive. If attractive.
Don't let me gaslight you with my opinion. It's
we're just way
my
interested.
life. Right?
No, you might be right. You might just find them good look. Finding someone good looking and finding them attractive is what.
It's different.
It
Yeah.
must be different, and that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Whereas I was saying they're the same thing.
And I can think someone's attractive, but not be attracted to them. I can appreciate the fact that there's something about them, but I'm not attracted to you. Like I wouldn't pursue it, or I don't even want to pursue it. I can just be, oh, that's an attractive person.
Yeah.
Got my attention. It attracted my attention. English, eh?
Language.
Love that for us.
Wanting to live in peace blocks all blessings.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing to do with anything, but okay. I haven't tried to figure out. Let's go with some of it. But yeah, man, if anything comes anyway of these, the One Twins escapades, I shall let you know. But escapades indeed. Well, let's get into our last headlines, man.
All right.
Well, trigger warning on here. It's murder.
Oh, sorry. Before we move on,
Yes.
Ed sent something through. I'm not sure if it is. This could be a candidate for Done Not Here Mags. Let's just cast our eyes on the screen.
The hell?
This Irish thief.
What does he steal?
Oh, he
record.
knocked off a Hilda.
Yes.
He's not a thief, man. Records are meant to be broken in it. It is what it is, man.
What's he called? What do you make? Ribs?
Because that looks disgusting.
What is
They
this?
should have judged him. They should have judged him off the food as
That
well.
might just be one of the dishes that he made, man. But he's a chef, innit? He's
no,
got a
but
restaurant in Japan.
Every single dish Hilda made me want to fly out to Nigeria and try in person. That shit looks like shit. I thought he was done for the dish. I hadn't read the headline.
That looks nice, man.
I think he's done for the dish, not for breaking Hilda's thing. Records are meant to be broken.
By colonizers.
But big up Hilda. Nah, don't bring that up. That was for Hilda, by the way, not the Irishman. You pressed it.
All right, sorry. Continue.
All right, so trigger warning, guys. Murder. A man has been found guilty of attempting to murder 2 elderly worshippers by setting them alight after they left mosques in London and Birmingham. Mohammed Abukar, who's age 29, prayed with the congregation before waiting for victims Hashi Odowa, who's 82, and Mohammed Rayas, who's 70, outside. He followed both men before spraying them with petrol from a water bottle and using a lighter to set them on fire. Birmingham Crown Court heard Mohammed, I'm going to call him Abukar, set fire to Mr. Odowa on 27th of February as he made his way to a neighbour's car outside West Ealing Islamic Centre in West London. Mr. Odowa escaped serious injury as he was able to remove his burning jacket and vest, while his neighbour removed his burning hat and took off his own jacket to help smother the flames. Abkar of Gillett Road, Eggleston, then attacked Mr. Reyes around 100 miles away on the 20th of March after he left the Dudley Road Mosque in Birmingham. CCTV captured Mr. Reyes' shouts of pain as he was engulfed in a ball of flame, which subsided to reveal he was on fire from head to foot. Abkar then threw more petrol onto the flames, causing a second fireball to engulf his victim.
What was his reasoning behind this?
I want to know. I was just thinking that.
It don't say.
How can it not be a reason?
That's my.
Because certain things I'm just like, it's so sick that surely this can't just be just from nowhere.
Sounds like a hate crime.
But he's Muslim too. He was in a mosque worshipping with them.
That's strange.
And then stalked them to do it.
Maybe someone slept with someone's wife. Or
By the age of 82.
Oh.
Actually, men be.
Disrespect to someone's sister or something.
He's 29 years old. He's a sicko, man. All right, our next headline is about Donald Trump, honey. So Donald Trump took the stand in a Manhattan federal courthouse, on Monday and angrily claimed the financial statements at the heart of his $250 million civil fraud lawsuit were worthless and the trial was a political witch hunt. In a day of sometimes heated, sometimes meandering testimony, Trump maintained he had done nothing wrong and accused his prosecutors of playing politics. We sit here all day. It's election interference because you want to keep me in the courthouse, said Trump. The lawsuit was brought by the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, who was accusing the former president and several and several top Trump organization executives, including his eldest sons, of fraudulently inflating the value of the former president's properties to secure better loans from banks. The number of grossly inflated asset values is staggering, affecting most, if not all, of the real estate holdings in any given year, the lawsuit, which James filed last September, says. Outside the court, James said she expected Trump to engage in name-calling and taunts and race-baiting and call this a witch hunt. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters are the facts and the numbers. And numbers, my friends, don't lie, said James.
Yeah, he's probably going to get fined.
Yeah, nothing. He's not going to go to prison. They've been trying to get him for anything.
No, this is the civil one. His criminal ones don't start till January. But the judge has said that a lot of basically the defense that he's actually trying to stand on, that he's building it on, the judge has already said it's not good. It's not good enough reasons for defense.
Wow.
So he ain't coming with nothing new. So he's probably going to lose that, get fined. Don't know how much though.
Well, we'll be here to report it. And our last headline today, this is a trigger warning for sexual assault. Police are investigating reports that a 13-year-old girl was sexually assaulted during a Scottish Premiership match between Dundee and Rangers. The alleged incident is reported to have taken place in the Bob Shankly stand where away fans sit. The football match last Wednesday at Dundee's Dens Park, also known as the Scott Foam Stadium, had been delayed for 45 minutes after the Rangers team bus was held up in traffic. It was then suspended for 18 minutes after the travelling supporters let off a large number of flares that triggered the fire alarms in the stadium. Police Scotland confirmed an inquiry into the alleged sex attack was underway. A spokesperson said, "We are carrying out inquiries following an allegation of sexual assault involving a 13-year-old girl, which happened at Dens Park in Dundee on Wednesday, the 1st of November 2023. Dundee FC said the club is fully supporting the force with this investigation." I think sometimes it's so funny how when police come to give a statement, they just repeat everything we already know. But they just put in a full sentence.
Get on my nerves.
Like, thank you very much. Thank you for the news that we already clearly didn't know. Anyways, let's pay some more bills, honey. Let's get into the reaction.
Welcome to the reaction. We read our sports headlines. I've got one headline for you today. It was about the Monday Night Football. So, Nicolas Jackson hat-trick seals chaotic win for Mauricio Pochettino return against 9-player Spurs. So, Pochettino marked his return to Tottenham as Chelsea manager of a 4-1 victory against 9 players, which doesn't begin to tell half the story on a breathtaking Monday Night Football. Ange Postecoglou's side took the lead after only 6 minutes as Dejan Kuvalevski cut inside from the right and his shot deflected off Levi Colwill and spun beyond the wrong-footed Robert Sanchez. But VAR then took centre stage before Chelsea levelled through a Cole Palmer penalty. First, Heung-min Son had a disallowed goal confirmed as offside before Raheem Sterling had a goal ruled out for handball after a review, and Moses Caicedo had an effort disallowed for offside. But in the build-up to the final incident, Christian Romero was adjudged to have fouled Enzo Fernandez in the box and was showed a red card by referee Michael Oliver. Spurs were reduced to 9 men when Destiny Udogie was shown a second yellow card for a late challenge on Sterling, and Pochettino's men eventually took the lead with 15 minutes remaining as Nicolas Jackson slotted home after being set up by Sterling's square ball. There was still time for Son to be denied by Sanchez in the stoppage time before Conor Gallagher squared for Jackson to tap home his second on the counter-attack in the 94th minute. Spurs were beaten, but Jackson wasn't finished as he raced onto Palmer's through ball to round Vicario and complete his hat-trick. It means Man City remain top of the Premier League, with Spurs staying in second place, a point adrift, while Chelsea move into the top half of the table. Did you watch the game?
Yeah, man.
What are you saying?
Sorry, please continue, man.
I thought you were talking to me. I forgot you were here. I forgot you were here.
No, please continue, man. Let me, you're on the roll, man. Let me not get in your way.
Did you watch the game?
I watched half. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched the first half, and then I went out to watch football myself. So yeah, but I see was it 5 disallowed goals?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, five disallowed goals.
5.
Yeah, 5 disallowed goals. That is VAR for you, huh? So I mean, for a lot. And
so VAR for you? Wouldn't they correct decisions? Correct calls?
Yeah, but as in that, with no VAR once upon a time, that shit wouldn't happen.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, yeah, just football, innit? I saw 2 goals.
Where did you get 5 from? It's only 3.
No, they had 5 disallowed goals in the game and 2 red cards.
Oh, okay.
So by the time football had finished, that's what I remember. I didn't get to see the second half. So this is what I was told as I was at football.
I thought it was 4 what? Never mind.
I thought it was what, 4 disallowed goals.
Yeah.
I was told it was 5.
That's all right. Your source is probably accurate. They're probably at the game. So it was a good game. I'm gonna start watching football.
You should.
Outside of Arsenal.
I think you should.
What, you only watch Arsenal?
I only watch Arsenal, and then when he started talking to me, I started watching United games. But then I wasn't happy with the United.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Of course you wouldn't. No.
watching United games.
That's not something weird.
I wouldn't advise you to be watching
Yeah, I
United
wouldn't do
games
that.
at the
I wouldn't
moment.
do
To be
that.
fair, not if you want entertainment.
Yeah.
Now I have to start watching Tottenham games because they're swashbuckling Mavericks.
Yeah, I watch.
Swashbuckling, you know.
But now, yeah, I don't. I'll try not to miss a Spurs game. Obviously, yesterday I was recording and that, so
Yeah.
couldn't. But I'll try not to miss a Spurs game. They
Yeah.
play decent football. There's a few teams in the league that I try not to miss them now. It's not. I'm not obviously not everybody's gonna get watched, but
Arsenal.
I'm not. They're not a must. They're not a must watch. I don't like watching Arsenal win. If I know they're losing, then I'll turn it on. So they're not a must watch.
Wait. Did you just say if they're winning, you're not gonna watch them, but if they're losing, you turn it on?
I'll turn it on. Or I'll watch the game up until
You
they.
got a cheek. And when I said Arsenal lose and I go watch Arsenal TV, he said, "Look at your life." You got cheek of this guy.
I watched I watch the games up until like if I could watch it if it starts 0-0 and then say like if Arsenal go 1-0 up, I could probably still watch it. But if they go 2-0 up and I'm like they got to control this, I'll just turn that shit off. I ain't watching that crap.
Yeah.
But I don't mind watching them lose. I just don't want to watch them win. Same with Liverpool. Don't really want to watch Liverpool win. Same with City as well. But I mean, I watch them. But I like entertaining. I like watching the good teams. So obviously, I watch my own team. I watch Newcastle. I watch Spurs. I watch Brighton. And then there's a few players sprinkled around the league that I might watch. I might see if I can stomach it. I do watch a lot of football, to be fair. But yeah, you man.
This was a very, very good game. It had everything in it. Didn't have incest, but you know.
But you was more enjoying the Spurs' demise rather than just the football from a neutral spectacle. You was really enjoying Spurs going through fuckery, and I saw it. I watched you doing it.
I'm bought into the people's champ, the people's manager. I'm bought into him. Yeah. And I want to see him be successful. I'm sold on the Kool-Aid now.
Do you?
Literally.
I'm sold on the Kool-Aid.
That's
you was sharing injuries. It's like
That highlight-
Madison's going off. Hey, his game's great.
Not at all.
When Vandenberg pulled up, he's like, "Oh God, this game's thrilling." I was like, "You're
I only
moving
did
nuts."
that because just seconds earlier,
Real Arsenal supporter.
seconds earlier, Loon said that white men can't run fast for long.
Yeah,
As in, they can't have a career of running fast.
yeah, because they said they always get injured.
Yeah. And so said, he pulled up.
Commentators curse.
He pulled
What?
up.
He's based that on Michael Owen, right? He must base it on
That's the
Michael
name
Owen.
that was
Yeah, I thought
bandied
so.
about. The
Yeah, I
only
thought
other
so.
white man that's fast. Apparently.
Craig Bellamy was fast.
Yeah, but he had black in
Bellamy,
him.
Vardy.
But who? Bellamy? What? What are you talking about? What?
He was always injured, no?
No, but he said he had.
He was
black
always
in him.
injured. He was always injured.
Man.
Always injured, but he was a good player.
Wait, who did you say? Bellamy and who?
Vardy.
Vardy. Yeah, that's another one.
There must be more.
It has to be more.
It's difficult, right?
Can't think of
The
it.
whole England.
The whole. It goes to show, innit?
Never mind.
Theo Walcott.
Yeah.
Black.
Quick question: Did you see that picture with the high line? Talk to me about that, because my now new favorite manager, Angie, he said, doesn't matter how much players we get sent off, I'm still going to play my style of football. Is that gallant?
It's admirable.
Serious?
When was the second red card? Do you remember?
Late in the game.
Okay, so that doesn't matter then. But even then, though, with one man down, such a high line,
Second red was 60-something minutes, I think.
midway, man. That's the way Talk Sport was basing it is that he should have changed his tactics.
But in watching the game, they were in the pack
So
every
Son went
single
through.
time.
Son went through at a chance at 2-1, and he obviously could have made it 2-2.
They were still involved. They got the rubber to green and it went different ways. It could have been different, innit? So that's what he's here for. This is what he's saying, innit? Like, I'm going to go out on my sword, man. Good, bad, or indifferent.
that's why he didn't change
This
his
is what we're doing, innit?
Okay.
It's to be admired, and it is what it is. They had two men, they had a man down, and it was against a top team, so he's not much respective of it anyway. So why not go for it?
I want to admire it, but like I said, he's now my most favorite manager in the world. But playing against like a serious team with serious things at stake, because I thought it was a serious thing at stake, but apparently not.
Well, it was, but if look, it wasn't. Son could have. He could. Like, they was in it, and that's what I say. That's the mentality. And that's
Don't
what.
say that because you didn't watch the game.
But I'm reading it. That's what they're telling me. That's what you're telling me. You just told me that as well.
I didn't say that they were in it.
You said that they was involved. There was stuff going on. Just look, Robert
Everything
Sanchez.
was going on. Just not
Robert
incest.
Sanchez saved them at the end, which that could have changed the tie. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
In fact,
they're still going to press.
You're right. They could have basically played with a low block, and they draw the game. They could have even won. Chelsea, I don't understand how it is that they were so wasteful.
Oh, they're proper
Jackson's
wasteful.
not a good player.
Who?
Jackson's not a good player.
Everyone says that, you know.
He's not a good striker.
Everyone says that. He's just raw. Is it not just raw? No, can't he like?
I've only seen one game of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just not rated. And the one game you've seen of him, he scored a hat
Because he
trick.
missed so many.
Yeah.
It was terrible, man.
See, look, Star said it was 1-1 when they went down to 9 men. They continued to play a high line, and they almost scored 3 goals doing it. So
He's right. They did almost score. Like I said, Chelsea was bollocks.
I know
But
almost
yet,
doesn't count, but
It was 4-1.
let's go for it, man. This is what he's installing in his team. This is the
4-1
way
sounds
we're
bad,
going to play.
4-1 does sound bad.
It
But
flattened.
yeah, flattened to
them,
deceive.
yeah, flattened them.
4-1 against 9 men don't sound bad to me.
No, as in that, if you just hear 4-1.
You can't just hear 4-1. You have to hear against 9 men. Like, context is important. You can't just hear 4-1. You have to say it was 4-1 against 9 men, and then that's not so bad, is it? Especially against the Chelsea team. Like, that's not terrible.
Yeah, but then when you watch the game and you see the chances they had, obviously I didn't see the second half, but I heard about the chances they had. Son went through, could have made it 2-2, and that by that time they're still, got 10 men. Yeah, 4-1. I don't know. And at what point do you change your tactics? Okay, cool.
What's the point? You've lost it anyway. 2-1 or 4-1. You've lost it. You got to go for it. You got to be in it to win it. I don't understand what the difference
Have
is.
you lost it? You haven't lost it at 2-1. What are you talking about?
If you sat down and stopped and don't go for the game at 2-1, you've lost.
I'm not saying don't go for it, but as I said, Song had a chance to make it 2-2, didn't score.
And exactly. So again.
So what? So what? You just
so what are you trying to say? Don't go for another goal then. After you have the chance to 2-1 to make it 2-2 and then you miss. You're saying don't risk that again. I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to understand that.
A loss is a loss. Goal difference and stuff is going to come into play this season. Cool, but they only 0 points is 0 points. You know what I'm trying to say? It's either 0 or 1 point or 3 points. But if I don't try, I'm going to end up on the 0.
The only team I've seen go on man down and continue to score goals is Man City to this day. Like I think.
No, someone done that the other day.
This season.
Someone won with a man down the other day that weren't Man City.
Ham. Was it West Ham?
It was the other day though.
Yeah, someone won with a man down. I can't remember who it was.
West Ham.
I'm sorry that I can't remember who it was, but someone went a man down and won the game the other day, man. So let's not do that.
No, but as in like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Wasn't it even Liverpool?
I can't remember who it was for whatever reason.
No, you're right. Someone did. I'm just trying to. I can't remember who it is.
But most importantly, like Tottenham have lost some key players.
Yes,
injury.
Moving forward is tough, isn't it?
Very key players. And I don't know how long Maddison's going to be out. I'm not sure if it's just a little ankle twist or whatever. But I don't think he's the type of guy that will walk off the pitch if it is that he didn't need to walk off the pitch.
No, he wouldn't. That's going to affect them. Next game, a whole new black line because the centre-backs are gone. Maddison's not there.
My man's gonna
Adoji's not going to be there.
Suspended.
You get me? But again, he's a system man. So obviously it might not be the same optimal performance, but the system's not going to change. He's not going to change. They're not going to change the way they play because they're just going to bring in different players to slot into that high pressing movement where they all play the same way they know in it. So if the system's working, again, like I'm saying, it's not going to be the same optimal level because the level of players is going to drop a little bit, but it's going to be more of the same anyway. So maybe they'll be able to get through it.
I hope they do, man.
No, you don't hope that. I don't understand why you're saying this stuff.
But this is my new manager friend.
Okay.
I hope well for him.
You was enjoying their demise so much.
It's the first time I've watched the Tottenham game.
Is it?
Really?
Tottenham. Well, other than them playing us, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they play some.
I'm very backwards when I come to watching football. Well, I used to be backwards, but now I'm
they've played some decent stuff. I think you need to watch everybody play, man, to just get a better understanding of the league and what's going on around you. Especially if people are your competition and stuff like that. You want to know how good they are, and then especially if you're going to be having conversations about football You need to know what you're talking about.
So wait, you don't watch no Champions League?
I do.
What, just Arsenal?
No.
So what are you talking about then?
No, I think it's
What
just
are you
recent. I think
talking
this is
about?
just recent though.
This is a different question you're asking me.
No, but
I was talking
football's
about the Premier League.
No, I know, but football's football. What are you talking
No,
about?
football's not football. You're telling me I should
Football.
tune into Eredivisie.
Maybe. I watch a little
I have
football.
stuff to do.
No, I hear you, but
I started watching Bayern games because Harry Kane's gone there.
And he's doing well.
It's
Very well.
crazy, yeah.
what's that?
I missed
15
I
and
missed the
10?
last few actually, but I actually this season I actually noticed myself. I'm saying, right, I'm really sitting in my yard watching Bundesliga because of Harry. This is mad. But
Power of the player, man.
you got to do it, man.
I'm really enjoying how the world now is on top of Arsenal. Like heavy. Even the pundits
on
are all
top?
gaslighting
What about on top?
every single Arsenal player and fan and manager and club.
Wait,
Everybody.
you're doing your thing. How long has it been now? About 18 months. It's been kind of strong.
No, I'm talking about the whole VAR stuff.
Oh, that what
I love
gaslighting them in what sense? Saying that they're right. Oh.
No, they're now calling this guy a delusional, angry outburst.
Who, Arteta?
Yeah. He went over the top.
He
And
always goes
that-
over the top.
We now need to start backing referees and stop undermining them. You know that kind of talk.
Oh.
And that's what they're leading with, like heavy. And I love it, man, because it means we're back. We're back, baby. And anything that Arteta does now is gonna be scrutinized. We're back,
Arteta has
baby.
been doing too much. Look at his behavior on the touch. His behavior on the touchline is horrendous. It's atrocious. So I'm surprised someone ain't two-footed him. I swear he got into it with De Bruyne one time because De Bruyne was saying, like, "Yo, black up, man. Like you're doing too much, man. Move from here, man." He's never in his box. He's just always. He's basically
baby.
a winger. You say you're back.
baby.
To
Win
be fair,
win something, man.
I did say last week
Win some.
he's up might struggle against Newcastle, and then
Didn't struggle.
You
You
did.
lost.
You really did.
you lost.
Come on, we've done this.
Because Martinelli and Saka were going
We didn't
absolutely
really lose.
nowhere.
Yes, we did struggle. We did struggle offensively.
Yeah, they're struggling.
Yeah.
Because you got nullified.
But is that what you were talking about? Really?
You just
Before-
got
I was
nullified.
here
It wasn't.
last week. What are you talking about?
That wasn't as the way. That wasn't in keeping with like the caller said last year. It looked like a totally different game, and the way Arsenal's been moving. Obviously, you've lost 2 on the spin that no one wants to talk about. I know it's because it's League Cup and no one care or whatever. Cool, fine. But you've lost 2 on the spin. You got battered by West Ham and that. So maybe there was a little hangover. I asked you, do you think there'll be hangover going to St James's Park because it's a tough away game to go to? That wasn't in keeping with Arsenal's performances. What you would expect from them in recent history.
When you say recent history, you talking about the last 10 games? Because that is kind of what we've been seeing.
Oh, you said the last 10 games is.
I mean,
You haven't lost. You haven't lost.
We're not seeing us purring as we did last year. We haven't started yet.
I hear what you're saying.
It's my estimation. It's
I hear what
my
you're saying,
opinion.
No, I'm with you.
And if it is we're starting against United, when I say United, Newcastle United, you know the players that we're losing, and these are pivotal players. Yes, Saka didn't turn up. Martinelli didn't have the game in which is we expect him to have, but our midfield wasn't our midfield, man.
Yeah, but it wasn't a full strength Newcastle either. You
No,
would
I hear what
expect
you're
them to
saying,
deal with
but
that.
I'm talking about my team. I'm talking about my team.
Yeah, but you have to talk about the other team that's users
I'm talking
involved.
about my team. And the previous game that Newcastle played, did they also have the players missing?
They changed. They made like 8-9 changes when they
8 or
battered
9
us.
changes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
that
talking
wasn't
about
even
the
their
previous
first
game.
team.
Was the previous game your game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they battered us
They
and
beat y'all
then beat
just
you.
before they
Yeah.
beat
Yeah.
us. Oh man, sorry. How much did
sorry.
they beat y'all? Was that in the League Cup?
This guy's
Yeah,
foolish.
same night. You got
And
battered
they
by
played
West
their full
Ham.
team in the League Cup? I didn't know they played the full team in the
They
League
weren't a
Cup.
full
They didn't
team.
play their
It
full
wasn't-
What
team.
the hell are you talking about then?
They
changed
made
their
8 to
team.
9
Wait.
changes.
In the League Cup, I heard they played their B team.
Yeah,
That's
they
what we're
did.
saying.
Yeah.
And they made changes to the first team to play us.
They played their
What we doing here?
they played their strongest team that they could. There's players that they got missing, isn't it? What I'm saying is that the team that beat us was a weaker team.
It's even worse.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, the team that beat us was a weaker team.
We didn't play our proper team against West Ham.
I mean, it was pretty strong though.
Let's go
It
to
was
Arsenal.
there. I watched
Arsenal,
it.
baby. we have a squad now, baby.
Wait, who you playing this weekend?
This weekend, don't we have?
Well,
Who
it's
we have
not
next? Do we
international.
have
You got Champions League
Champions League
tomorrow.
Is
Is it any tonight?
Sevilla?
Oh, it's Tuesday tonight, don't it?
Yeah.
Who's I
It's
guess
not-
watch
Arsenal
football.
not playing
Sevilla?
tonight.
Is it Sevilla?
I don't know.
You're playing tomorrow, but I'm saying a weekend though. You have
Let me see. A team we're gonna
very
beat. though.
interesting to see who you play.
Pray for them.
You pray for them. You should pray for Arsenal. You should pray for Arsenal
It's
tomorrow.
probably an easy game on the weekend because I ain't heard nothing
Good
about you
morning,
lot's
Brent.
run.
Possibly the last win in the Prem where someone was sent off was Liverpool 2 versus Newcastle. Virgil van Dijk was sent off.
Thank
you very much for
was
the
it
information.
Newcastle? I mean, I knew it was one of them games. But again, though, but Liverpool are that good though. Like, there's only so much teams that are that good that will be able to start scoring goals with a man down. That's the point I was making.
I'm so happy about our team, man.
Why?
We're back, baby. I'm reading commentary online. I'm seeing Neville looking to troll us, and this is what makes clicks happen, right?
Neville's one of his biggest supporters. He picked you up to win the league from the start of the season.
Nah, he's a troll. He knows what he's doing, and I'm fine with that, to be honest.
Well, Yuzot said he was saying the same thing that Yuzot was saying, so I don't understand why he's saying he's trolling. I don't understand why you don't believe him.
Saying the same as us? What are you talking about?
Yuzot was think that Yuzot are going to kick on from last season. A lot of Arsenal fans figured that they was going to win the league this season. A lot of Arsenal fans.
Sorry, is that what you're talking about? I'm talking about the VAR stuff. I'm not talking about.
Oh, okay, cool.
I told you my theory about why he's doing that.
Arteta did go too far. Arteta went too far.
I think it was tactical.
Nah, he's just upset, man.
It's too far. It's too far.
I think it was tactical.
He's upset. He's all right.
I think both things could be true.
Maybe, but it's okay to be upset, but it's the way you handle it.
It is tactical in the sense of that he's trying to galvanise the club, isn't it? He's trying to galvanise the club, and he's trying to do more of the siege mentality. You say you against the world.
It's us against the world.
Yeah.
And then I swear, like, Arsenal come out and made a statement and said we're backing him, such.
They're always going to do that.
Us against the world.
But they have to, though, innit? I mean,
yeah, Liverpool back club.
We're standing next to greats. Liverpool. We're just waiting for the rest of them to come through.
All right, man. I just need you not to win something, man, so I can shut my mouth.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. When you
That
don't win
wouldn't shut him
something,
out.
I think it will, because it will validate you, and it will justify all your behaviour.
Man said you'll find a
You're
way.
a professor at finding ways.
Man said,
Changing
man said you'll
narrative.
find
Don't
a
worry.
way. Shift the goalposts.
Will, definitely will.
Move the goalposts and them thing there.
There's death, there's taxes, and it's marks. I believe in you, Killy.
All right, well, that's the end of our sports news. Have we got Dana here today?
Told you, Washington should be in there, man. That girl from the Twins, man.
Why?
What do you mean why?
What girl from the Twins? Oh, the French girl.
Why would she be done?
Dating both the brothers. What?
And what? And you're telling me that so the other brother did not know that his brother was
Someone
dating the
knew
girl?
something that.
Everybody in the situation would be done out here, not just her.
Well, you can put them all in there if you want. Do you know what I mean?
With the wood in there.
I said you can put them all in there.
Oh,
all three of them.
I mean, there's opportunity for some discourse if you don't find something to think about. I actually have no contenders today.
No contenders.
No, my deck's empty and I can't think of anybody. I mean, I'm not going to give it to that white man for cooking ribs.
Like, those weren't no damn ribs.
Trying to steal some shit.
That was mush.
Oh, what that was? It looked like dog food.
All right, then let's get into our outro then. Sorry, guys.
All right. I was about to say good morning, people.
It's still morning.
Technically.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We really, really appreciate you guys. We appreciate the love. We appreciate you showing up, showing out. Really good conversation today. So thank you to everybody who participated, all the callers, Ed, Black Rob, Kevin, the lovely ladies as well. Didn't really say the names, did they?
Amani,
and the other lady didn't say her name.
The young lady with the two teenage children.
Yes. Big up everybody that called in. We really appreciate it.
All the time. That was great.
Yes, it was really great.
Good stuff, man.
Please like the video. Please like the video. Please subscribe to our channel as well. We would like to get to 5K before the end of the year. Personally, I believe in the community that we have. I believe in the good vibes people that watch.
Let me work. Just retweet.
I'm scared when you work,
repost. Let me work.
With great power comes great responsibility. And if you was using your powers to be making the right clips instead of stoking fires, maybe you would be there.
Hey.
Okay?
Okay.
It's all of that.
Brent, what have you got to say back to that?
I just looked down at this unit I'm using. How did they press record?
Okay.
I haven't pressed. It's this entire thing. It's not recorded.
He's lying.
I'm not lying.
What's on YouTube though, isn't it?
I'm just in green. It's supposed to be red. Might normally tell you to press red on this and red on this. It's not going to affect anything. You will still have the live there, but it's now difficult for me to know the timestamps. It's inconvenient for the viewers. I'm sorry.
One show, man. They can manually skip. That's what we used to do before people started doing timestamps on videos, man.
Upon a time.
Take it back. Good old days. Big up our researchers as well. Big up them. And follow us on social media platforms, The Day After TNB, on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. post, reshare, do all that great stuff. Help us get to 5K subscribers.
Just go and subscribe it, especially anybody watching after the fact. If you haven't watched this live and you've made it this far, you are dedicated. Just subscribe to the video, please. Thank you. Appreciate it,
man.
Thank you very much. Also, if you want to send dilemmas in, the number is 075 6484 1073. That's also the number to call when we're live on air. And if you want to inquire about the show or feature on the show, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Everyone have a great day.
Quick message. Anybody sending us messages for potential guest selection? I've read the messages. Don't worry. We'll be responding to all of you all very soon. Thank you very much. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Make sure they're who you're saying that they're supposed to be as well.
Amen and amen.
Amen. Bro, amen to that.
Disclaimer.
Lest we forget.
Disclaimer.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Peace.